Board games, board games, it's what we're talking about. Board games, I'm not gonna shout. I am starting off this streaming with a little bit of singing. And today, in front of your eyes, we're going to develop a game called Dinosaurs Love Spicy Pies. It's made with Rita, who is over there, and with Tiz Creel, who is, as yet, we don't know where, but Tiz Creel, I'm sure, might be coming soon. Either way, we are going to not wait until June. We're going to start it just because we think we should, and we kind of want to, you know what I mean. A should is a strong word, but board games and dinosaur spicy pies is what we're talking about. Dinosaurs love spicy pies. I'm not gonna shout. Hello and good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good whatever it is, wherever you are. And this is episode 329 of Busy Beats and Board Game Bleder. I am streaming for the next 71 days every day at 10 a.m. UK time. And today we are game making with Tiz Creel and Rita Modl. We'll be playtesting, pondering, discussing, and designing. And oh my gosh, Matthew Dunstan and hey Matthew, it's our lovely friend Matthew. And hello, Sates and Nicola Straccia and Rob.
Hey!
Oh, Rob. You're the most delightful troll ever. Oh my gosh, and thank you, Designer Cardboard, for joining and following. Thank you to you people. And yes, thank you, Matthew Dunstan, for the raid. I want you to know it's appreciated. Maybe it's breakfast or dinner time. Either way, it's a meeting of minds. Today we're trying to work on a game. Dinosaurs Love Spicy Pies, it's its name. We've made a couple of changes we'll talk about. And as we're talking about it, we're not going to shout. Oh, and hello, Himagine X. Thank you very much. It's lovely to have you join. And hello, Ian from, I think Ian's not too far away. I think Ian's from fairly close to Hamilton. Have you ever been to Hamilton? You know, I don't know if you've heard of Hamilton, but Hamilton is it's not very well known, but Hamilton is a small place in Scotland. So Hamilton, I know there's also the name of a musical, but Hamilton's also the name of a place in Scotland, and there's a lovely board game shop called Settlers. And if back when all these things opened up, you know, Settlers, and honestly, Shaz is just delightful. And I would, East Kilbride, yeah, there you go. East Kilbride, Hamilton, they're fairly close. Glasgow, Hamilton, they're just like, what, 20 minutes apart? Something like that. It's hardly anything. Oh, there's
I have to say, I've never been to Great Britain or Scotland or something like that.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, that's very, very sad because I always watch movies, and the view is always so nice. And I was in Ireland, and I like it so much. So I think I would also love Great Britain and Scotland and so on.
Yeah, definitely come over. And London doesn't really represent that, but you know what? If you're in Glasgow, then I can definitely recommend some things. And maybe one day, you know what, you and I can have when all of this is done and dusted, we can have a little wander out, I don't know, around Loch Lomond or maybe in Loch Morar. That's also a nice loch. And I should have said, hello, Yoda. It's lovely to see you as always. And I have never heard of this New Zealand or Australian Hamilton, but it makes sense. Maybe there's an American one as well. There's also like Canada, Australia, New Zealand. You know, they all named places after the UK, which is why you get to London in Ontario. And you haven't been in Wales, so you've been in England, Scotland, and Northern Ireland. I think, you know, the environment, the landscape of Scotland does vary so much, depending on whether you're in Glasgow, which is this big, sprawling, relatively quiet compared to London, but it's still a big, solid metropolis, or Edinburgh, which is this quaint little town. It's a tiny city with like steep walks up and down, and or if you're up into the Hebrides, like Hebrides or Isle of Skye, you need to check out the Isle of Skye. That's something I would definitely recommend. Hamilton, popular worldwide. Anyway, of course, yes, we are all aware of that Hamilton, but I like to say, oh, I saw Hamilton and the ticket only cost me £8. And then people get very jealous until I explain how I was talking about. Anyway, sorry. I do apologize for that. Sorry. So, do you want to give a quick overview? Actually, let me do it today because I think you did it last time, unless you particularly want to do it, Rita.
No. Just start and I will correct you if it's wrong.
Okay, so these are the cards. It's a roll and write where you have simultaneous choice selection. So each turn you're going to be playing one of these 5 cards. There's a bunch of different dice, which Rita is showing off so elegantly there. Some of the dice represent meat or veg or fish or the marvelous curry spice. Because, you know, just like Germans are all about the currywurst, these dinosaurs are all about the curry pies. Because dinosaurs love spicy pies. So you decide which dice you're going to be able to add to your pies. You can go for the different dinosaur, which has any number of dice you want, as long as they're all different. You go for the one that gives you the choice of all the even ones, the one that gives you the choice of all the odd ones, the big numbers or the small numbers. So the color of the die represents what ingredient it is. The number determines how you choose it, which I think it's a kind of interesting thing there. And you've got these different achievements that you're trying to get. Okay, choose one pie. Which is your fishiest pie? The fishiest pie gets a bonus 7 points and blah, blah, blah. As you can see, the veggiest pie gets this many points. The meatiest pie, the most varied pie, and all of these, you've got to choose one pie to put forward for the pie competition. And then finally, the most important is ingredient times spice. And it says in every pie, but that is actually, you score 3 times. Is that correct, Rita? You still scored that one 3 times.
That's correct. That's very important because curry is very important because
dinosaurs love spicy pies.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. Okay. And now we've got, these are their player sheets. Each quarter of a page is one different player sheet. And hello, Alex. It is lovely to see you. Thank you for joining us. And so now you can see there are 3 different sizes of pies. You've got a little pie, a medium pie, and a big pie. Oh my gosh. I love pirating games.
Yeah.
Yes. Very good.
So
you know what?
So it's a roll and write. You can everybody can join because I have the dice, and if you want to join and play test with us, please do it. And the only thing you have to do is you have to you write on a sheet the 3 pies. So you can also make it in raster. They don't have to be in a circle or something like that. Only 3 pies, and you need a sheet, and and it's good to have 4 colors, because if you count, it's
You can do it
easier.
with 4 colors. Alternatively, if you don't have 4 colors or you don't want
Yeah.
to get 4 colors, you can just write like a little different symbol for the
Yes.
fish, for the veg, for the
But
meat,
it's
and for the
much
spice.
easier to have the colors. Just saying. Yeah.
And I have uploaded a PDF into my Discord, which I believe should, yeah, there we go. If you're interested in playing, then check out that Discord and you will be able to see it on the Dinosaurs Love Spicy Pies thing. Alternatively, it's just a 3x3 grid, a 4x3 grid, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4x5. Oh, and hello, Martrix. I hope you are generally well.
Yay! Greetings. Yeah, I know. Let me just tell, we have every Monday we have a playtesting, an online playtesting group. It's with the agency White Castle, and I was there every Monday. But this Monday, I don't have time. I didn't have the time. Yeah, but next Monday again.
Well, what were you doing? Because that brings us up, because we've got a couple of quick sections that we like to go to. Everyone's got now an idea of what we're going to do. We're going to play this game, we're going to discuss it, we're probably going to make some tweaks, and then we're going to maybe play it again. We'll have a discussion and we'll try to develop it a wee bit live on camera. But before we do any of that, let's talk about what are some of our recent highlights, living life and seeing the sights, recent highlights, playing games and other delights, recent highlights. What are some of your recent highlights? Yesterday, I had a lovely chat with Bodhi, and then in the evening, I played at making strange animal noises with the game We Whimsical Creatures. And it's super lovely that so many people were on Facebook saying, oh, I want to join in. And I thought I should have actually been making more of a show of, okay, each week, this is what I'm doing on Tuesdays. If you want to join in, please join in. And so in a couple of weeks, it looks like I've already got 9 people who want to join in for 2 weeks' time. So that's quite
cool.
Yeah, we're going to play that again on 4 weeks, because I thought we'll alternate between the words and the Sillier games, but then it was Ilkalusa might be joining us, which is quite exciting. And had a lovely dinner. I did a bit of washing up. I had a nice walk today, and I have had a nice chat with Chris, which I always do on a Wednesday. Although it's, when I say a nice chat, it is because of work, but still it's nice to chat to Chris. And Chris is getting things ready graphic design wise, but yay. And so that is super lovely. What have been some of your recent highlights? And everyone in the chat, let me know, what was the last game you played? What have you enjoyed recently? Rita.
So on Sunday, I played my first Das Schwarze Auge, the black eye. I don't know if you know it.
I've not heard of it, but
Das Schwarze Auge.
I assume that's how it would be translated.
No, it's from the 80s, 90s. I don't know. Wait, just googling it.
I will look it up while you're talking about it. Maybe it doesn't.
It's pen and paper. It's pen and paper. Okay. And I played my first pen and paper, and the book was called Das Schwarze Auge. I think it's very popular in Germany. Yeah, that was quite interesting. Yeah, and it was fun, but it was also a little bit strange. Yeah, so we played again on Friday, and yeah. And the other game was we played Cataland. It's a game from Hobby World, and you have to everybody gets small sheets, and you have to cut the tiles out. So this was very interesting. It's I think it's one of the game I will buy because it was very fun. Okay, dog eye. I think it was very fun. The only thing was, it has a little bit of downtime because you can't cut. Everybody can't cut at the same time, so we always have to wait when somebody is on their turn. You have to wait until he cuts it out. So this is one of the one thing which is not that good, but the game was fun, and I think I will buy it.
This is really interesting. So I just looked up the Schwarze Auge. Apparently, it's the biggest selling role-playing game in German. It's even bigger selling than Dungeons and Dragons, which is amazing to me. And Cutterland came out last year. Honestly, a lot of things must have passed by me, but commercial use allowed. Oh, none of the images are commercial use allowed or copying allowed. But Cutterland, it is. That's another one that I'll have to check out. And
and the interesting point is there is another game which is called Clipcut Park. It's from Renegade Games, and this is also, there are also scissors in the game, and you also have to cut out the tiles. So this is very similar, and maybe sometimes I will compare them.
I mean, yeah, given that there are so few games, and it does go into the whole discussion of whether we should be doing this like legacy games. I always wonder about the ecological impact. But I would like to introduce the third member of our team, who is the lovely Tiz Creel, also known as just Tiz.
Yay!
Hello, Tiz.
Oh my, I'm so sorry for being late.
These things happen, it's all good. What have been some of your recent highlights? Have you had any good food? What's been going on? Have you had a late morning?
Not late morning per se, hesitant or very moving morning, I would say. But nothing crazy or anything like that. I think I wanted to talk about a game that I played because you guys were talking about games, right? Or am I wrong? Or that's later on in the conversation.
That we have recently played. What have you recently played?
So I played a game that was very popular, I guess, a year ago or so, that is called The Mind. I don't know if you heard of it. So you have to put numbers in order from 1 to 100, and each player gets one number at the beginning, and you are not allowed to speak or make any obvious gestures that will indicate your number. So you have to basically read the mind of people. Yeah, there we go. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this game is because I have played it with different crowds, and I have never won. And this weekend was the first time I ever beat the game with a group. And it was the first time. Yeah.
Oh, wow. You got all the way through to the end. How big was the group?
4 people, so the maximum. And I think that, yeah.
Well, this is very hard.
Yeah, I know. And we played it 2 times before, like the same day, the same time, and we failed. We did kind of like develop like some sort of system, I would say, throughout the game. And I don't know if that was like cheating or not. We were not talking never about the numbers, never about that. We were not saying obvious things, but yeah, it was victorious. But then I don't know, like it got me thinking, like I'm not sure where are the limits of, because if you develop some sort of understanding at some point in the game, you never agree on anything. It's just, it starts making sense.
building up that social rhythm, as Maya says. And hello, Maya. It is lovely to see you. Who says a rhythm develops, like you learn more about each other's timing. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, definitely. And the body language and yeah, I would say. I don't know if we kind of cheated or not in a way, because we did speak, but we never said anything about the numbers. It was just like, oh, no, I'm not. I'm gonna, yeah, like saying like things, but they were not obvious.
I mean, I see that obviously Rita has a lot of love for this. I've got lots of love for this. I played it so much with Chris and McCall, even over lockdown. We played it a couple of times. It's a really solid game, and I think it's one of the games that I would always keep myself. I think it's just genius design by Wolfgang Barsch. But
yeah, and I think it's a really good game, and it's a great design, and I love it. But I don't think it's for everyone. I think that because it requires like something else from you when you play, no? Like full concentration and full aware. I don't know. I have played it with people that don't enjoy it that much.
I mean,
I don't know why, but I love it.
It feels like the closest we can get to having a game about empathy, if you know what I mean. That's what I think of the mind. It feels like the closest we can get to that. Let's talk a wee bit. I don't know if you want to mention anything about Now Play This, which was a festival that ran just last weekend. I think I was there. I saw your thing that you created for it, this virtual park, and then you walk in between all the elements, and then there's music playing as you go through different parts of this virtual playground. It's kind of like a two-dimensional landscape, and people can hide behind different aspects and walk inside the net. And this was a lovely thing that you'd created, Tiz. And unfortunately, when I was there weren't that many people inside it, maybe only 4 people. And then I listened to a talk about a chat room, and that sounded interesting. And then I went to the chat room, and there were 6 people there, but it was just it wasn't working properly on my computer. And then I went back and tried it a few hours later that evening, and I was the only person in the chat room. And so it was like, yeah, it's just a bit sad. It's like a bit lonely. I got to fly around and be the different animals, but what can I do? It felt a bit lonely, if I'm being honest. Now Play This. It was the best that they can do, and I appreciate that these times are difficult. But do you have any memories or anything to say about Now Play This, which is the festival that just happened?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I was part of it, and they contact me to do this kind of like social space to have like parties or different social activities within the virtual world, and it makes more sense than a Zoom or whatnot. And I did this little world in Topia, which is like a website about meeting people in a chat room that feels a bit more human and whatnot. And I had lots of fun creating it. The opening ceremony was quite full. Actually, it was even difficult to kind of connect and things like that. Because there were so many people. I mean, it wasn't a massive amount. It was just more than, I guess, what the world could take. And the rest of the days, I guess, it was way more quiet. I mean, it's a bit difficult to do something online, I would say.
It's really hard to get that balance. It's really hard to say, okay, we're going to have like the perfect number of people, and because you risk either everyone wanting to come at once or people just not coming, and then it being very lonely, if you know what I mean. It's very hard to have that comfortable middle ground, because, for example, here, I think that on this stream, when I'm playing on Tuesdays, the best number might be about, I think 4 is actually a really nice number, maybe 6 is a really nice number, and then yesterday I was thinking, oh, people aren't going to come, and then made a wee message, and then oh, and it's, yeah, you've got this kind of feast or famine, and no, they did a good job, but I definitely can't wait until it's a real thing, because for sure, tinkering with these things, running around the corridors, that labyrinth that they had created with, you know, airport barriers, hearing all these talks in real life rather than having to look at a tiny little screen, it just improves it so much. And I understand it's more accessible. I understand that it's better for people who live in other countries, but from a selfish point of view, I think I would always prefer to have even a worse convention that I can get to physically rather than a digital convention, even if that's the best digital convention in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it was experience that was created to be not online, to be a physical experience. So it's difficult to replicate something that it was meant to be experienced in a different way. I think the take of this year and last year, that was both digital, was that they tried to focus more on digital experiences, or only on digital experiences, because there was no physical space. And I think regarding to that, there is a success, but I think the conversations that take place in the space and the live talks and all that make a really great difference in the sentiment of the people who go there and just create like a community that likes quirky or weird games or bizarre games.
And there's still some of the things that you can check out. There's some of the talks that you can still listen to and enjoy. And if you are interested about what it is, then check out that link. But let's move on. Just in case anybody has, I'll give you about 3 minutes to get in your questionably quick questions. So anyone who's got any questionably quick questions, please chuck it in now before we get onto just our whole design and development thing.
Sorry about the interruptions in the background, by the way.
Things happen. Now I would... Wait, that is the game we're going to play in just a minute. First question, a quick question. Where exactly are you, in as much detail as you would like to share, and what time is it? I am in Glasgow in a third-story building in the middle of Scotland, and it is 10:28. Tiz.
It is 10:28 as well. I am in London. It is a weird weather. Yesterday was very, very sunny. Today you can see a bit of sun, but not so intense.
I am near Munich, and it's 11:28.
Okay. And do you prefer turns or simultaneous actions? Tiz.
I would say, it's a good question, but
I mean, my
I like both. I would say turns just because it gives me time to think more and be more strategical. But I definitely like the chaos of simultaneous actions, or at least the surprise one, when you have turns and then someone comes and interrupts the turns and do something and change the game. Those kind of things I really enjoy.
Yeah, me too.
I think I am more into simultaneous actions, which might reflect the fact that we made, to be fair, most roll and write games, it was part of the brief, it was part of the constraints that we want to make something that is playable by people watching. And so that requires simultaneous actions. It requires multiplayer solitaire, in fact. And I think there's something lovely where it's allowing the game to scale massively, or if it's not multiplayer solitaire, if it's something more like Race for the Galaxy, or if there's another mechanism, it's speeding the game going on a bit. I agree with Tiz. Let's talk about the surprise. There's lots of good stuff coming out with simultaneous actions. And if I could only play one style of game again, it would probably be turn-based games, because there's just more games that way. But if I had to say, okay, everyone, you can only make, yeah, I think that if I were, okay, this game can work either way, then I would always go for simultaneous actions. Turns or simultaneous actions in real life? I don't know what that even means. I mean, what does turn taking? Are you saying like in terms of should we eat turn by turn, or should we all eat at the same time? I would prefer to eat at the same time and eat together. But if we're talking, should we talk all at the same time or take turns talking? I would prefer to take turns talking. Do you have anything to add to this, Tiz?
I mean, I do think that life is more simultaneous than taking turns. I think that taking turns is like an attempt for us to try to like control or in some way feel in tune with reality. But in reality, things are more chaotic, if you must.
I think you're right.
That's my thing.
That sounds very wise.
Tiz is very wise, especially for their days. And wanted to see how you interpret it. Do you have anything more to add to this question, Rita?
No.
Okay, so we have, that is the end of the question blade quick questions. And let's go on to our brilliant thing. What's the little thing which is brilliant? And do either of you have something that's not promotional? Wait. Oh, I thought you were going to show us your pen. Okay, pencil. Is your pencil particularly brilliant?
No, but we'll make it work.
Okay. Hey, Alex, I said 3 minutes. You can ask this another time. And for the record, I have no opinion on this question. I don't even know the difference between the Charlie's Angels that much, to be honest. But any of them, I guess, are all pretty badass. But Tiz, brilliant thing. Oh, let me change the banner at the bottom. It's still at the bottom. Oh, come on, I have lag, says Alex. Okay, Alex. Tiz, do you have an opinion on this question?
Yes, I'm gonna go for. I don't distinguish the three main angels, but I would say that there's like this middleman. I think it's called Bosley, or I forgot the name. I would be him.
Okay. How about you?
I'm going to be Beyonce and Destiny's Child because they did the fantastic song for the movie. Yeah.
Wow, you really went for it.
Yeah, I would like to be Beyonce.
Yeah, I mean, in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Okay, let's all get out of our little reverie, like our little dreamlike states, and yeah. Okay, let's go back to brilliant things. Okay, so pencils are brilliant. Do you think that erasers on a pencil is brilliant, or do you prefer it when? Yeah. Why are pencils brilliant? I think that pencils are particularly brilliant because you can erase, and the fact that you can draw a good variance of darkness. You can have like a light stroke and then a dark stroke, and then you have the pen on top. And you know, pencils, it's kind of like preparation. You don't have to be scared of the paper. You're just putting something down, and it helps ease you into a drawing. I think the pencil is brilliant. Anything more to add?
For sure. I think you said it spot on. I mean, you're fearless with a pencil. You're more fearful with a pen. At least when I was young, using pens was like terrifying because I couldn't erase and I made a lot of mistakes.
And Rita, do you want to give any nice words about pencils?
Yeah, I think the cool kids use pencils.
Okay. So if you don't use pencils, you're not cool. Oh wait a minute. It does it so the cool kids use pencils. Is
Yeah.
that all the cool kids use pencils, or all the kids using pencils are cool?
No, cool kids use pencils. So the other people can also be cool, but in other ways.
Okay. So if you use pencils, then you're just cool.
Yeah.
It's just a fact. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can dig that. Okay. Now let's we're going to get into the main topic. I'm going to make sure that I've copy pasted it all correctly because it was a wee bit late. But yeah, let's talk about what we're doing, and you can feel free to comment, ask questions from like follow, all this stuff about all. And let's talk about, what is this game? We've already introduced it. What have we been changing? Tiz, why are you continuing to work on this game? What are we trying to get from it? We had the sense of, I was possibly going to write some sort of, this is what we generally want from this game. And I think we're aiming for a family or family plus. It's trying to be something that is able to be played. It has to be play tested in the worlds that we are. We have to play test it, the three of us, remotely in this manner. We want to make it simple. Beyond that, we don't have much idea what we're doing. Let's be honest. What would you say are your design constraints, and why are you continuing to work on this, Tiz?
Well, first of all, I'm continuing to work on this game because I think it's fun. I think, I mean, just working with Rita and you, Bez, is worth the while. But I also think it's a good game, and I think it does need. Well, I mean, we're still working on it, but it's a good little game that you can play. And to be honest, like, every time that I attempt to design a game, it becomes very complicated very fast. So it's nice to have a game that I can actually play with my little siblings and stuff like that. But yeah, I like it. And I would say that's the main reason, because I like it. Design constraints, I think for me personally would be time. It's just I got workflows and then empty spots and then workflows, and it's sometimes flows of work. That's what I meant. And it's very difficult to
more like constraints for what we're trying to make, not just the limitations of our own design process, but the specifically what we're trying to make.
No, I don't think there's. I mean, it's just a matter of time. Time and a lot of play testing to get it sharp, but I don't think there's a massive constraint in my opinion. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, Rita, and can I just actually I'm going to acknowledge Alex's joke. So after Maya mentioned an amazing pencil from British Council made from recyclables and the core never breaks, Alex asked, did you hear about the stationary race? It was pencil first. And the alternative punchline, did you hear about the stationary race? Nobody was moved. Yeah, so and yeah, that's okay. Anyway, carrying on with the game, Rita, what were you going to say about our game?
So the question was why I want to work on this game.
And what kind of game we're trying to make. What?
Okay, I think we are trying to make a family game, which is not that simple as it looks for the first time. So I wanted to have very easy, but also a little bit deep, not too deep, but a little bit deep. And yeah, and I think we this is a very positivity game. So the theme and the colors, and it says hello, play me. And yeah, and I think it has a few interesting things in it, so which makes it very interesting. So yeah,
I mean, I am sometimes wondering if there is a clear hook to this game, because I mean, it's okay if we discover the hook later on and then we find a hook and then we narrow down into it, but I mean, it may be the hook is the mechanical hook that that's like where you use dinosaurs to collect the types of dice, and everyone collects different dice. I mean, that feels like it could be a hook. I don't know. It doesn't feel like there's a simple, okay, this is a thing that we can sell so easily, if you know what I mean, in terms of a hook. But maybe that will come later on. We will see.
so I playtested it a few times, and all the people or some people who playtested it said the special thing of this roll and write is how you choose your dice with your card. I think this is the special one with it.
But mechanical hooks like that are quite often more difficult to sell to families, but hopefully we can have a little bit of the joy with the, okay, now we've got, okay, the fishiest pie, the meatiest, the veggiest, and all that. Maybe that can be something that can still capture the imagination of the kids.
I think you
we'll
can
have to see.
capture it with the theme, of course. It's very funny theme, and it makes the game very light or more lighter. Yeah.
I also think that part of making it a bit more accessible, it has to do as well with the graphic design, as you said, or like the narrative as well. Like, oh, the fishiest pie, and so it's easier to understand than a pie with the most fish, or it's a bit more playful with the terms and all that. But for the purposes of what we're doing now, really, it doesn't make any difference. But I think definitely it could be made visually in a different way. I also think that it is because you have to think in numbers, and that's very challenging, of course, and makes it a bit more inaccessible. But I also think that it could be a good opportunity as well to do something that is educational whilst is fun, you know, especially for children and young people of a certain age, of course.
So, and again, if you want to join and playtest with us online, you need a sheet, and you have to draw the 3 pies. You can see them now on the screen. And yeah, you have maybe write some cards down, but I have the dice, so I roll it and show it in the screen, and you can playtest with us.
I mean, I know that a few people do sort of like to lurk, and if you want to lurk and talk about Maya's amazing pencil, which apparently, you know what, I had a similar one from, you know, it was the Architectural Society. They gave me a promotional one. But apparently Maya has this just amazing pencil that hardly ever breaks, it hardly ever gets spent. And yeah. But if you want to lurk that and not play, that is completely okay. And of course, any input is welcome. But all you really need to do is to draw a 3x3, to draw a 3x4, and to draw a 4x5. And I will get the cards now on screen so that we can remember what goes on here. And remember, with the top things you are going to have to mark if you don't have the cards actually printed. You just have to keep track of what's used each turn. What I tend to do is put it into columns, because you have to spend 4 of your 5 cards, and then on the 5th turn you will get to spend any one of the 5 cards that you want. So
let me just say that the cards with the dinosaurs you play, and the other cards are how you get points. So you don't need to write the cards where you get points down. You only need to write the cards with the dinosaurs down. The 5 cards.
Or depending on how you go, you can make a little chart, which is, let me actually make myself bigger, which is how I make sure that I am not cheating. I make a little chart to show what I have played each turn.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay. And so, should I keep that? I'll keep that up on the screen for a wee moment so that people can remember. Tell us about the placement rules. And Rita, are you rolling the dice? Are you going to be showing us the dice again as usual?
Yeah. So we have 8 dice. We have 8 dice, and we have 3 meat. We have 2 veggie. We have 2 curry, and we have only 1 fish. So this is very important, because you get, when you have the fishiest pie, you get more points than if you have the meatiest pie. Yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
You can see there, 7, 6, 4.
Yeah.
And then you choose your dice. Depending on what's been rolled, you play one of your cards, you then take that many dice, and you're going to be able to draw these things somewhere on your grid in one of the pies.
Yeah, in one of the pies.
Yep.
That's
but you can put it anywhere in this one pie. Yeah.
And the rule for drawing it in is the same ingredient. It's not allowed to put the same ingredient near to the same. Bad English.
Mm-hmm.
Can you say that in good English, please?
You cannot put an ingredient next to itself.
Yes.
So you can't put 2 fish. You can't put a fish next to a fish. You can't put curry next to curry. You can't put meat next to meat. You can't put veg next to veg.
Yeah.
And then the game ends. Oh, wait a minute. There's a bonus if you use a different card.
Yeah. Everybody plays 1 card, and when everybody has 1 card chosen, we show it. And if you played not the same card as somebody else, you get 1 ingredient for free. It's a joker, and you put them in the same pie. So this is a very good bonus, because
and the joker, you need to decide what it is then, but you can put whatever you want.
Yes. And this is very interesting, because curry and fish is very important in this game.
And then the end of the game scoring, it should be fairly clear. You choose your fishiest pie. The person with the fishiest pie gets 7. The person with the second fishiest pie gets 3, and so forth. If you don't have any pie with any fish at all, you won't even get the 1 point. And if 2 people get 7, then the next person would get 1 point, I guess. Is that what we're saying? So it's a friendly tie. So And same with the veg and the meat. The person with the veggiest pie or the person with the meatiest pie gets 6 or 4 points. And then the sets, that's sets of the main 3 ingredients. That sets of fish, veg, and meat. So curry is not important for that one. And the final one, which makes curry actually arguably the most important, is that you check your small pie. Who has the spiciest little pie? Who has the spiciest medium pie? And who has the spiciest big pie? And then you compare each of those, and for each of those awards, it's 5, 2, and 1 points. And for those awards, it's a little bit more complicated, that you need to choose one ingredient in that pie and multiply it by the spice. Is that all correct, Rita?
Yes, that's totally correct. And on your sheet, can you show the sheets again? Yeah, you have the yellow circles, and there's a line, and over the line you put the counting in, and under the line the points for every pie. Yeah.
I don't quite understand that, the counting and the points.
So if we count points, you look at your first pie and you count the curry one, and you say, okay, the amount is 20, and you put the 20 over the line, and then you compare it with the other players, and if you have the curriest pie, you get 5 points, and you write it down.
Okay, so
under
you write
the line.
down. Okay.
Yeah, and so you can have the amount and put then in the line here. Yeah.
Okay, and the red bubbles are a reminder that the first person who finishes the little or the medium pie gets 5 and 2 points respectively.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when does the game end?
The game ends when someone finish every pie. The game is finished immediately. Yeah, immediately.
At the end of that turn, everyone gets the chance to write down what they've already chosen. It's not like it's a real-time race. You don't need to actually get it. Oh my God. Okay, stop your writing. Put your pencils down.
Effective immediately.
At the end of that turn,
too late and put in your dices.
That is the game. Hopefully that makes sense. Even if you aren't playing along, let me know if those instructions make some sense. And it's definitely good for us to be, even if no one plays along, to be forced to explain this game to see how easy is it to explain. We probably should have made a note of how long it actually took us to explain it to see, is it simple enough? Do you know what I mean? And there is actually quite a bit going on in this game.
Yeah, and we have to clear 2 questions, which I'm not sure. The first is it allowed to look at the other sheets during the game? So in our in my playtest, we made the rule that when somebody finished the middle or the first pie, then it's allowed to look at the other sheets. I don't know. This is one more rule. I don't know.
I don't know. If you're playing around a table in real life, then you're going to, I don't think you want to say, okay, you have to have these little screens and you have to draw behind them.
Yeah.
So I would say, unless you agree otherwise, you are always allowed to look. But for our playtest, maybe we don't, because if you always look, it could get a little bit analysis paralysis-y.
Yeah.
I don't know. And yes, we can check that in the VOD. That's a fair point. Actually, let me check just now. What's his? So, yeah, Rita, if you want to give your thoughts about this, Tiz, what do you think and what's the second question that you were mentioning?
The second question is one we have to check after after our first playtest, because if should there be points for finishing a game? I don't know. So, but first we have to playtest is the way it is now, I think.
Sorry, say that second one more time.
Should there be points for finishing a game?
Because there's points for the little pie, there's points for the medium pie,
Yeah.
should there be points for finishing?
Yeah.
By the way, apparently it took us about 9 minutes to teach, which seems like a long time for a family weight game. But I don't know, it's not terrible, but it seems like, yeah, it could be better. But it might be a point to address and think later on, okay, what parts can we maybe simplify? What parts were taking a long time to explain? Was it just because we didn't have the components, so it's more difficult to explain?
Yeah, I think that's one point, because it's online, and then look at here and yeah, maybe
everything takes longer online, even if it's not Tabletop Simulator.
But yeah, and feel free to comment what you think about the game, and yeah.
Okay.
Okay, then I go down.
Are we gonna go do the yes revised, or are we not gonna do the seeing the other person's game?
Maybe for the first time we share it every turn. We say, okay, this is what I'm doing.
Okay, I'm having it here.
Okay.
So you can see it. Okay?
Yeah, and then we'll see how it feels.
Okay.
And I will write it and then I'll show it to everyone.
Yeah, I think I'll do the same, because I have a little table right now.
Let me actually take a different pen. So I want yeah, that's a good pen. Okay.
Okay, so then I roll for the first time. Bam, bam, bam. So
ordering them by value, so we've got a couple of ones, a couple of twos. Oh wait, is that 3 twos?
Yes. So.
This is. So yeah, there's actually straight away. I'm just going to talk out loud. There's actually quite a bit to think about, even if it was having a bonus for the cards that is used the least. It's like, okay, the difference dice allows me to get 1, 2, 3, 4 ingredients. The big allows me to get 3. The small allows me to get 5. The odd allows me to get 4. The even allows me to get 4. And so, in a way, going for 5 out of 8 with the small seems like a good thing. But then, okay, should I go for something that isn't small so that I can potentially get an extra curry somewhere? Because maybe that would be nice.
Okay, I have my card.
Okay,
I'm also trying not to think of what you guys are gonna do.
I have chosen.
Okay.
Tiz, have you chosen?
Yeah.
Okay, different.
Even. What is yours, Tiz? Okay, interesting. So we all
get one bonus.
Nice.
Interesting. So different means that I can only choose one die of each value.
Yes, that's correct.
So do I... Oh, whoops. I'm just going to do that. That's going to be my spice.
Oh, I don't know.
And that.
Yeah.
1, 2. Okay, so I put in my 5 things like so. So those are how I draw leaves. and that black is the spice.
Okay, I put it in the middle one.
Interesting.
Mm.
Where did you put it, Tiz? Okay, veg, meats. Okay, a good mixture of what's C? Oh, Tiz, you've muted yourself.
Sorry about that. Curry or spice.
Oh, C for curry. Okay. Okay, cool. Let's go to the second turn.
Yes. I roll the dice again. Whoopsie.
Okay, so we've got some 5s, a 1, a 2, a 3. Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah, and interesting. Okay, I know what to do. I know what to do.
Oh man, I'm sad that I missed that I've already played my difference, because that difference would be really nice. This is where I wonder if I should have actually with the new rule of having to try and be different, I'm now trying to keep track of, okay, Tiz and Rita, one of you played it odd, one of you played it even, so I know that those are less likely.
Here are my plated card. The cards are plated. I show it here because the information is open. So you don't have to memory it.
Okay, I have chosen.
I have all. Me too, yes. Tiz.
Tiz.
Come on, okay.
I am odd.
Big.
Different.
Oh wow.
Wow.
We all get
wow.
Interesting. So we all get a bonus.
Yes.
So that gives me that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I could fill up my little pie, and that would
No, don't do that.
Well, if you tell me not to do it, that's just making me want to do it even more.
I think you shouldn't do it, Ben.
I clearly want to do it. So if you don't want me to do it, I want to do it even more now. Okay, so I filled up my little pie because I had the bonus wild card, which I got a leaf, and so I've got this beautiful small veggie spicy pie. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so spicy.
Yes, it's okay. So Bez, you can make kringle the bubble for 5 points.
I got my 5 points.
Yeah.
And
I exit out. Okay. Then can we go on?
Can I see where you are, Tiz? I see that Rita's all about the medium pie. Yeah. Oh, you're spreading around. Okay, interesting. Okay.
Not the wisest choice now, I think.
Okay, then we go on.
Yep, let's go on.
So does anyone in the chat plays with us? Or I don't know. Ooh, what is going on here? Look.
Wow, that is crazy. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, and 4.
What do I have? Oh man! Wow. Okay.
That is very, very interesting. That is very interesting. I mean, clearly small is the best one, and I don't think any of us have used that.
We forgot a rule. We forgot a rule that you don't need to put all the ingredients in the pie.
Oh yeah. We should have mentioned that for people. You choose any of the dice that you want that match that thing.
Yeah. Okay, I have it.
But yeah, clearly small is the best one because it gives you access to so much. But Then do you want to go for something different, making it so that maybe other people don't do the same? It's really tough. I have gone for this.
Small. Small. Me too.
Yeah, everyone went for small.
Yeah.
I was considering going for even, but curry and fish is just so good.
Okay.
Indeed. Indeed. So do that. Two of them. Meaty. Wait, it's only two veg and a fish. Yeah. And let's go. Okay. I've put them all into my big pie. I'm starting to fill my big pie.
Me too. Okay, can we?
Yep, let's move on. Round 3.
Okay. So it's the last card we play, and then we refresh our hand.
Oof. Looks like we all won small again. If only we hadn't all just played it.
No!
Wow, that is crazy. Imagine if I hadn't played small last turn. That would be amazing.
Wow.
That is statistically improbable. Well, I've only got one choice.
I'm. Oh, damn it.
Yeah, I only got one choice as well.
No, I have two good choices, but I take the other one because this is yeah. Okay.
I'm doing even. Oh, sorry.
I'm doing different.
Tiz.
I mean, yeah, I don't have a choice neither. Even.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay,
yeah,
and let me tell you, I finished the middle one.
Yeah, good for you.
Good for you.
You can hear how happy we are, can't you?
But let me tell you, I can't take the free ingredient because it was full. So, yeah.
At least I get my dinos back.
Yeah.
Yeah, new line, new life.
Okay. So, I roll again.
Yep.
Oh, what's going on with my rolling issues? Really?
6, 5, 4,
Wow.
3. Is that a 3 or a 2?
A 3.
Okay. And 4 ones. Wow.
Yes.
That's pretty interesting.
Wow. Oh, I know what to do. Yeah, of course.
That is definitely interesting. That is. Yeah, I'm going for something that I worry that everyone else is also going to go for, but it still seems worth it.
Yeah, I'm having different.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm actually having small.
Woo!
I'm going for different.
Yeah, me too.
So Tiz gets a bonus.
Yay.
Yay!
I needed a bonus, guys, because you took all the pies from me. We all due respect.
Okay, so fish and do I go for the variety pie or do I go for the spiciness? It's a difficult choice for sure. It is a difficult choice. Yeah, go for a bit more spiciness and a bit of veg.
Okay. Finish. Tiz, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so I roll again.
Interesting. Oh, lots of big things. 6, 6, 5, 5, 4.
Oh, it's a very mixture.
And then 3, 2, 2.
Oh, sorry.
That is very interesting.
Oh.
I think I am going to go for this one.
Wait.
Okay, so I mean, I definitely do like the way that the dice are chosen. Quite proud of what's been done here. And I think that the varying the pies feels nicer. I think that having 3 different sizes of pies.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying that. Are you ready, Rita? Rita,
yes,
we're ready for you.
Yeah, okay.
Rita, show your card too. Now, Rita.
Small.
Even. Tiz.
Big.
Oh, yay!
Yay!
We all get...
Nice.
Cool. Ooh.
That was my plan, actually.
So, I've got fishiness. Do I even want the meatiness?
Oh, my pie so good. So delicious, my pies.
Oh man, I realised maybe I should have done something different. Well, that's a good sign. You know, when I get to this point, I'm like, oh, maybe I should have done something different. That's a good sign.
Yeah, but I should that one term before. Maybe I should do something else, but yeah.
I am going to, where did I put? Yeah, I will take one more. I didn't use so much stuff. I only used 3 of the ingredients, but they all went into my big pie.
So just for information, for the big pie, I have 1 3 field, and I have the smallest, nothing in the smallest pie. So.
So Rita might finish the game.
No. I need 2 or 3 turns to finish it.
I am very similar to you. I only missing 3 spots in the big pie.
Okay.
And one on the small. So I'm 1 on the medium and all the small.
Okay,
yes.
then.
Lovely to see Jason, and special shouts out to
can
Jason. Yep, please do. Okay. Of course. Moving on to turn number 7. Selecting our types of pies and seeing if we can get the fishiest, veggiest, meatiest, most varied, or spiciest pies. 2, 2, 3, 4, 4, and 6. Yes, indeed, this is a challenging one. Okay.
Okay, I have it.
No, wait, I don't have it at all. Okay. Okay. I am going to go for... Oh, no, I can't do that. I really wanted to do that. But it's like, hey.
Sorry?
I wasn't going to do even anyway because I'd already done it.
Yeah.
So don't worry about that. But I was still choosing between 2 different ones. I do apologize. Okay,
No way.
Okay, I'm ready. I've made a mark.
Okay, even.
Big.
Even as well.
No, Tiz, come on.
Sorry, but I had to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd already chosen my even one. It is quite a nice thing. So at least I get a bonus ingredient. It kind of feels like sometimes you don't need to worry too much about what other people are doing, but I am actually, if people see, drawing little dots to remind myself what other people are playing so that I can really think about it. So I know that if I play small, I'm definitely guaranteed to be the only one to get that bonus. So
No, this is
I put them into my medium pie, by the way.
this is yellow.
You call me mellow yellow. You call me mellow yellow. Oh man, I should have. Oh, darn. If you.
So I put this and this.
If there's a moderator
this,
in the chat,
this.
give Ian like 50 points or 100 points. If you played this in the West Indies, would you have different pie rates in the Caribbean? And I know that Rob made that joke separately, but that is just a quality joke. I want to respect that. Okay. If everyone's drawn.
Okay. Yes.
I finished the big pie, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. For
is
me,
your
it's
medium
two.
pie still. Yeah, your medium
Yeah, it's
pie
missing
still
one. It's missing one.
Okay, I need two. I think I need 2 turns to finish the game.
Oh, this is the roll?
No.
Ah.
Okay, so we've got a 1, 1, 2, 3, 3. Oh, nice. Oh no, I was so funny. I could have done even again. And I will.
Okay, hopefully you don't play the same card, but I think you don't play the same card.
I don't know what to do. I have no idea.
I know what to do.
I am really struggling. I only have one good choice, and it's making me sad because it's just not as good a choice as I would like. But I think I've got to choose that thing anyway. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
You know what? Actually, yeah, I'm going for small, which I know is going to be unique, and I get the bonus.
Yeah, big. Tiz?
Different.
Oh, so good. I hope that you play other cards so I get the bonus. That's great. So, for your information, I finished the first pie, so I have 1 field, 3 in the big one. So next turn it is over.
Good to know, though.
Yeah.
Jason says we should have done this on the 14th of March.
So we refresh our hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Okay.
I haven't even started the small one, by the way.
Yeah, I've got so many spaces in the medium one. I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spaces. I am not going to finish this pie, whereas Rita is going to end the game, and I'm going to have so much space.
I made some selective choices, and I left some ingredients out.
I also left some ingredients out. I think 2 times I left some ingredients out.
Me more.
Ooh, can we? No, we can't get all 8. It's impossible. 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 4, 5, 6. And so what do I really want? Well, I'll tell you what I want.
Okay, I have it.
Really want. Tell me what I want. Oh no, I'll
so
tell
we
you
can
in
choose
just
whatever
a moment.
we want with those.
Yeah, because we've got all our cards back.
Yeah.
And
so this is very funny because I only need 1 die. Yeah? And I know you have all the cards, and I see what is there. So I picked the card I think you pick that you get in your free
because you're
ingredient.
messing us up, yeah.
Yes! Yes!
We'll see about that. We'll see about that.
Okay.
Wait. I haven't decided.
Okay, let me actually make you bigger just so we can get a really good sense of, okay. I will tell you what I want, what I really want. I really, really, really want to zig. Okay.
Okay, guys.
Got to go for it. Fine.
Okay.
Fine. Yep.
Different.
Small. Tiz?
Different.
Yay! I get the bonus. I get the bonus. Boom, boom, boom. Yes, yes. Oh my gosh, I'm so
Okay.
excited
I
by
didn't
that.
have a choice if I want to semi-fill my small pie, so I don't feel a bit left behind.
And I do have a pointless veg in there, but you know, I feel I did quite well with my medium pie. I'm happy with it. I think that's a solid meaty pie. I guess that's it. Rita, what did you need for the end? Now we're going to count up all our points.
Yeah.
And let me actually bring this up to remind everyone what it is that we are going to be looking at. So, the most fish, the fishiest pie.
Yeah.
I have a pie with 4 fish.
I have a pie with 5 fish.
Really? Wow.
Yes, look.
1, 2.
That is
3.
impressive.
Yes.
That-
Oh,
That is
I
a
got
fishy
a pie
pie.
with 4.
Yay! Bam! 7 points for me. Woohoo!
Okay, so I only get 3 points, same as you two.
Me too.
Okay. Then the veggiest pie.
I've got 5 veg.
5?
I have 7
7? How do you have so much veg?
because I'm good.
Show us your. Show us. Wait, so which?
I got 5. No,
which
I got
one was-
6. Sorry.
Wow. And then the fishy one was the middle one?
Yes.
Nice. That is really, really good.
Yeah.
That is impressive. Solid
So
work.
the meatiest. I have 5.
And no, sorry, I was still thrown by the veg. So you had the most veg.
Yeah.
I had the second most veg with 5, so I get 3 points.
Yeah.
I got 6 actually, bitch.
Oh! So I only get 1 point, and Tiz gets the 3 points.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, I am sad about that, but hey ho. Meatiest pies. I've got 5 meaty.
Me too.
6. The middle one.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
So-
we get 2 points, Tiz gets
Yeah.
4. And now we've got the sets. I've got a nice varied big pie. My big pie has 4 of everything.
3 sets.
Let me count.
Come on, let me win one of these. Come on.
Oh, she
I got
counts a
4.
lot.
4.
4.
Yep.
Okay, so Tiz and I get 7, and
And-
Rita gets 2.
2, yeah. Okay.
And then we get onto all the spiciness.
Yeah. So in my first pie, I have the amount of 20.
Same as me, I have a perfect little pie.
Oh, me too.
Can I see? Oh, me. I don't. But okay.
What?
Your
Okay,
pie
I
isn't
have-
perfect? What are you...
I have 4 in my first pie.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
wow.
So we get Bez and I get 5, and you get 1.
Yeah. So
And I
medium
get-
pie, 1, 2, 3.
20.
No. One.
20.
20.
Wait.
I've
Here's
got
where the
20
game
as well.
starts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 6.
So you get 5 points and we get 2 points each.
Yeah.
And finally, the big pie.
48.
1, 2,
48,
3, 4,
wow.
5.
I got
Times-
36.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 25, I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Rita gets 5, I get
Yeah.
2, Tiz gets 1.
Okay.
And that is all the points. And now I need to add them all up.
Yeah, and don't forget your red bubble.
Yeah,
Because you
yeah,
finished
the 5 points
Yeah.
for finishing up the thing.
Yeah.
I think it's 27.
Oh, I have to use the calculator. I'm so sorry.
Five,
Because I have so much points.
Yeah, sorry, not sorry. That is kind of what's the word? Humble brag. Oh, I'm sorry. I have to use the calculator because I've just got too many points. Isn't it so terrible? Look at me with all my points.
I'm gonna use the calculator too, just in case. I made the math, but I'm never gonna be sure.
I have 31 points.
That's actually closer than I thought it would be. I thought you had really blown us out of the water.
No.
But you have probably won, but let's see what Tiz got.
I got 29 without the calculator.
Okay.
And with the calculator, 24.
We'll see.
I don't know this word, Ian. I'm going to look up this word on Collins English Dictionary. It's learn a word with Bez. Parvanimity.
So, Bez, how many points do you have?
27. So I've probably lost the state or characteristic of being small-minded, according to.
So how many?
That doesn't seem appropriate, Ian.
I was correct as well. 29.
Oh wow, this is very
interesting.
interesting.
27, 29, 31. That was very, very close.
Yeah, and we have to say that every ingredient counts. So if you maybe put something wrong in one pie, then you could lose the game. Very interesting.
Yeah. I mean,
so from the start of the game to the end, it was 31 minutes. For the teaching, it was 9 minutes. It seems like the length of the game is okay. I just wanted to flag up. I know that in real life it would be simpler, but I wonder if we could think about.
Best, I wanted to say in my tests, it was also 30 minutes. In my life, real tests, it was 30 minutes.
Yeah, I don't think the game is going to be slowed down in this format. I don't think we were adding too much time.
Yeah.
Definitely. I enjoyed it. I am looking at it and I'm wondering, could it be simplified? Is there stuff that could be taken out? Just because if we are aiming for that family weight game where you can play it with, smaller children, maybe it's better to, maybe there's a couple of things that could be taken out. I mean, I was actually thinking of taking out the race for the small things, but I don't think there should be, you asked if there should be a bonus for finishing first. I don't think there should, because if you finish first, you're also quite likely to have a lot of things that are going to score you more points. So it seems like you're almost giving more points to the person who's going to get more points. They might as well just get the points that they've already got all the ingredients there.
Yeah.
If there hadn't been the 5 points in the little pie, I'm not going to lie, 22, 29, 31 would have made me feel a little bit sad. So maybe for a small child, they would have felt even more sad. I don't know. And I do wonder,
may I say something?
Sure.
There is always the possibility that we just change the audience and the age group as well. It doesn't necessarily has to forcefully be for children or for families. And the reason why we push that is because of the aesthetics and the theme that is more relatable to younger people and families. But I mean, we can twist a bit the theme, we can twist a bit the aesthetics, we can twist a bit many things. We don't really have to fully compromise to do that sector if it doesn't fit the game. That's all I have to say.
Oh, this is a very, very good point. Just imagine the the dinosaurs don't look that cute, and maybe a little bit more, and it could be better for just looking at it and said, okay, this is something interesting. It has a cool game, so I think maybe it's only because that the dinosaurs looking so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm happy to and I've said it a few times, but because we're still kind of like moving things around, but I can redesign the dinosaurs for sure, and the
yes, you
the
wanted
elements.
to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely make it look more adult.
Yeah.
Looking and see how that goes. I like how it looks cute, but it is true that the game is more complicated, and I feel like if we simplify it, then we lose the hook of the game that we were talking about earlier a bit. Not the entire hook, but it's all about like you have no idea who's going to win at the end, and I think that's something really interesting about this, how this game is been turning out, because before you more or less could tell who's going to win, but now it is very difficult to tell. You have to do a lot of maths in your head to actually be able to read who's winning in which category and all that. So yeah, I mean, I like the game right now as it is, with some improvements and whatnot. It could be or could not, but yeah, I would rather change the age group than changing the game at this stage.
Good point.
If that makes any sense.
Good point.
And Nicholas says that the theme, like the fact that you're baking pies and there's dinosaurs, it makes it seem quite whimsical. It makes it seem quite family friendly. That's a very good point from Nicholas as well.
But you can also make that theme also cool. Yeah, not cute. Not cute. Cool.
Yes, because the pies don't need to look like a beautiful pie. It could have like a bone sticking out. And,
yeah. That's so good. Yes, I definitely agree with you, Tiz. What do you think, Bez?
Yeah, just
agree with us.
Sure.
Just say yes and we'll keep going.
Okay. I was actually just thinking about the numbers. I think some of the numbers should be slightly closer, like the fish, which is 731. I think the fish should be maybe 742, because I think you definitely want that jump. You definitely want first and second place to be a bigger jump than second and third. I understand, it has an emotional payoff. There's a tension. It's like, oh, you managed to get first place. But so often, two people get first place and the next person gets third place anyway. So,
yeah.
And when I think having them a little bit closer, the other thing I'm thinking is, do we want it to be different scoring systems for different player counts, or do we want it to be one scoring system regardless of player count? Because if it's regardless of player count, then maybe there should be more numbers, if you know what I mean. Maybe it should be like, okay, 7, 4, 2, 1, and at least the top 4 people get points. Because let's say this could be a game that you play with, why not? If you've got, all it needs per person is 5 cards, and that's not a big component task to have another player. If the difference between 4 players and 7 players is adding 15 cards, I think for a publisher, it makes a lot of sense to add those 15 cards to get it up to 7 players in the box. And that's a really strong thing. So I think that with the scoring cards, you're better off maybe considering, okay, what is the upper limit? Like, what player counts are we thinking about it? And by the way, regarding the pies that you're talking about, Nicholas says, for gnarly pies. And Ian says, like a Fred Flintstone's pie. Because Fred Flintstone's definitely, whilst it's cartoony, Fred Flintstone was always a sitcom. It's always had quite adult humor, where it was all about a typical American, family relationship almost. I feel like the Flintstones was aimed at, you know, adults enjoying it along with the children, and I think that is a good sort of vibe to go for. But yeah, what do you think about player counts and the scoring cards? Tell me what you think.
I definitely agree with you, Bess. Yeah, we definitely could do that. So it's only changing the cards. So, but it's a very, very good point. First, that the counting is not that spreading. What did you say? I don't know. And the second one, that you do maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, maybe even multiple ones. Like if there's the top 5 people get some points, then maybe it goes something like, let's say it went 7, 4, 2, 1, 1 for the fish, and then, although it feels like it works 3 players, it definitely works 3 players. I feel like 3 players is a good. I'm enjoying it at 3 players. I see no reason why it couldn't work at 7 players, but I think, could it work 2 players? What's the max? I don't know. Could it work 2 players? Because I'm just thinking you'd probably want to have 2 different scoring cards. You probably want to have one for like maybe 2 to 4 and another one for 5 to 8 or 5 to 7, whatever it is. Does that make sense?
I playtested it with 2 players.
Me too.
And it worked. And I think with 2 players, the counting who finished the small and the middle one first is very interesting for smaller groups.
I mean, I do wonder also, if we were playing it with 7 players, would you need a second place prize for the small pie, or wouldn't you? Because
I mean, it's
I
only.
really don't know.
Well, no, yeah, it's 5 points. Sorry.
5 points is a lot. 5 points would have been enough to, like, well, I got the 5 points and I didn't win, but that's because I did. You 2 have played it more than me, and yeah, looking at it, it seems like I just wasn't spicy enough. I should have. Wait, did I get the most sets? 1, 2. Oh yeah, I did get the most sets. Let
me just tell you something, Bess. The idea for making the counts, making the points for finishing the first and the second one was that if there is not the points for finishing the first or the middle one, it is obvious that if you have a good roll, you put it in the big one first, and this should be more thinking. If you have the choice, okay, should I do it in the big one because I have a perfect pie, or should I put it in the small one because I get the extra point then? This was the idea of having a nice,
especially if we're not necessarily going for the family thing. Nicholas asks a really interesting question, which is, how did the bonus for being the only one choosing the card behave with 2 players? Because with 2 players, it is a fair point. It's going to be a wee bit odd, because either you both get a bonus or neither player gets a bonus. So I wouldn't feel the same tension of, oh, I got the bonus, brilliant, because every time you get the bonus, everyone else, the other player gets it. Every time you don't get the bonus, the other player doesn't get it. So for me, I would be like, yeah, I don't really mind. With 2 players, I would not be worrying about that too much.
Yeah, it was an interesting choice, of course, and you definitely need it, because for not doing the same every time the same.
But there's no motivation to do differently on 2 players, is what I'm saying. Because if I go out of my way to be different, I've only got one competitor, and they are naturally going to be different as well. So
Yeah, but
it
maybe
feels.
yeah, but maybe you if the dice are obvious what to take, and maybe you're having 4 fields free in one pie, and you need one ingredient which is not there. Then you choose a different card. So I think it's also that important for the 2-player game.
I mean, I'm just. I mean, I've not played it 2-player, but I'm just thinking about, how it might pan out. Dutch Yoda, good pun.
Tiz, did you play it that way with 2 players?
Yes, and I mean it did seem to work for me, but I like with the we it's a bit of a race, and in a way whoever gets the 5 initial points for the pie, the other one is very likely to get the 2 points with a 2-player. So in a way, I mean, if there would be only one, I guess it would be different. If it would only be 1 pie with extra points, I mean, I would have to play tested it. But I think that if someone gets the 5 and then you got 5 extra points ahead, at least getting 2 points right behind, it's a very good help. If you're the second, no, to finish, if that makes sense.
So I can tell you from all of my playtests, I won and I didn't finish the first pie.
But you finished the second.
I finished the second, yes.
Because in reality, the small pie is the least valuable, because you cannot really accomplish.
Yeah.
You cannot really win any of this with the first pie, and that's a bit what happened to me, because I left it at the end, and I.
Oh, that's not correct. I think I have in my first pie I had 5. I had 5 meat.
Oh yeah.
And I had the amount of 20, so it wasn't that bad.
And you won.
Yeah, 5 meats was enough to win the meat.
Yeah.
But I had 6 in the meat. Did I count wrong?
So I got 2. Did you give yourself 2 points for the meat, Rita?
Yes.
I've given myself.
Yeah.
So we were joint second, and so it was very close to you, Tiz.
Yeah.
But I was working a lot harder to get meats into medium pie, and I went for veg in pie number 1. But it so happened that you two had both done more veg, and I only got 1 point for my veg. But that's the thing. I think that you've got 3 aspects. You've got the fish, the veg, you've got the meat, and because there's asymmetry, I think that the asymmetry of the ingredients does make it interesting. I really like the fact that there's only 1 fish. It gives you something to focus on. It makes you think, oh, okay, if there's a fish, maybe you have a strategy of, I am going for the fish. I'm wondering whether fish should be even more important. Maybe, I don't know, at 8 and 8, 5, 3, 2, 1. I don't know. Because although that might just mean that everyone gets more points, it probably should be a bit of a faster drop-off. Need to think about it a wee bit more. But
who won fish again?
Me.
Okay.
Me. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I had 5 fish. I had 5 fish, and I think I got.
So Rita won fish. Rita, did you win with veg?
Yes.
Tell us your thing so we can try and.
Yes, and I think I get I won the fish because I get 3 of the fish I get with the free ingredient. So I choose the fish.
Yeah, that's a really good shout, because I was going for the spiciness, which is good, don't get me wrong, but if you spread that out, then yeah, with the fish, just you should always be going for the spice or the fish, let's be honest. If you've got a wild card, then you should always be picking up fish or spice strategically.
Yes.
But
No, that's not correct. In my big one, in my big pie, I choose for the ingredient the veggie one, because that was my veggie pie and I wanted to have more veggie, so.
Interesting. And it did end up getting you a bonus.
Yeah.
I guess 3 points compared to coming second.
Yeah.
I mean, there's definitely, it's not obvious, which is a good sign. It's easy enough to put it out here, but it's not as if people wouldn't want to play the game. It feels like something that can be played in this format. It feels like something that if I were to sit around a table, it would be better. I wonder with more people, I think honestly, if I were to play this again, what changes would I want to make? I would be thinking about slightly tweaking the numbers on the reward cards. Also, the way that the sheets is, I'm just going to bring that up very quickly. Why is that not showing? I think that it should be like spice for the little pie, spice for the medium pie, spice for the big pie, because you are going to be scoring all 3 of them some amount. And so I think that having 3 of them to show that you score all 3 of them might make things a little bit more obvious.
So that's also, what the yellow bubbles for.
But to me, that's not super obvious. It doesn't explain clearly what's going on there. Whereas if it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, instead of having 6 lines, if it was 8 lines, for me, that would be so much more clear. Okay. And then I would be like, okay, little spicy pie, medium spicy pie, big spicy pie. And then you don't need the bubble. You kind of compare, okay, that's what we've got. And I do think that this could even be something where I could imagine it being played in a classroom if it's with children who are learning to multiply, and it could be something to reinforce that kind of skill. And say to the kids, okay, on the left, you write down how many of that ingredients you've got. On the right, so you write down the points. And then I'm not saying we actually design around this, but I'm thinking that there could be probably some sort of scoring system.
Okay, but I can also write some words. So if I make it, we are talking about the yellow bubble. So if I make, okay, this has the over text amount, and the other is points.
But why are you recording points into places? Nicholas says, I agree with having 3 spaces for each spice in the scoring area, or maybe 3 blanks, blank plus blank equals blank, and below each blank which pie it came from. I think my issue is that you're recording points into spicy pies. It's just that everything else you get to choose which pie, but in spicy pies you do all 3 pies. But yeah.
Okay, yeah, I understand. No, then let's do that. No, it's okay. I can change that.
I mean, it's a very small thing, and this is the kind of thing that if we're pitching it, if that's our plan, which sounds like, it seems like that is our plan, to carry on until it's a place where we are, okay, this is done enough, and let's now start pitching it. And
No, this is only taking 10 minutes to change. It's not that big. And my question there, should there be yellow bubbles as well to write the amount down? Or should the yellow bubbles doesn't exist?
I don't see a need for them, personally. I mean,
Tiz? I don't have a preparation. I just ask.
Yeah, I think that maybe we can try to do without them, because I didn't really wrote the numbers, maybe because I'm the last one counting, because I take longer to count perhaps, but you say a number, and then I say a number, and then it becomes very obvious quickly who's gonna get which points. So I don't think there's a reason.
With three of us, it's easy to keep in our heads, okay, you were most, I was second, you were third. But if there are 7 of you, it is going to become harder. That's a fair point. So maybe for each of these things, you might even... Yeah. I mean, to be fair, the thing is, I've never played with the actual sheets. Whilst I've been up here, I've not able to print anything out. And so Nicholas says, we already know how it feels with them on. But I just know what I'm personally choosing to do. And I am personally choosing, by the second turn, I was writing little dots so I could remember, okay, this is what you two have chosen. So I know that if I choose the small, I will definitely get the bonus. But in real life, I would be able to look around the table and see, like Rita said, if it's on the table, you see what other people have done. Setting the presentation to the side for a moment, the other question that we had was of being allowed to look at other people's things or not. What other things are... What do you feel about the looking over at other people's sheets? Should it be allowed?
Maybe we take the rule that it is not allowed in the first turn. After the first turn, it is allowed.
I don't understand. Please explain.
So you roll for the first time.
Yep.
And for the first time, you don't show it to the others. So
you have to cover it.
You have to cover it with your hand because it's very fast, and you write it down and then you show. And for that, then it starts to...
Okay, so you do show it once you've finished writing it. So before people make their second choice, they will see what other people...
Yeah.
I mean, Maya says we might not need any ruling at all because most roll and writes don't have any rule governing it. It's a fair point. Even if it is perfectly possible to copy a person's score sheet.
It could be. It could be.
Because it's not actually possible to copy a score sheet in this game because you are putting down the cards simultaneously and then we are revealing. So you have to have made the same choice independently, at least for the cards. So that simultaneous choice and the forced simultaneous choice that you don't reveal until you see everyone else has put down, that actually has its advantage in a way that it's forcing you to diverge.
Yes, but if you choose the same card in your first turn, it could be.
Yeah, is that a big problem? Is that a really big problem? I don't know.
I don't know too, but
Like if someone's
for me,
saying, "Oh," it feels like the situation where it's a small line. If it's even there at all, like if someone's copying you, feel free to hold it. But before people choose their cards, I don't know.
Let me just tell you, because let me imagine we pick the same card, yeah, and I'm waiting on you. Where do you put your ingredients in? So I'm looking at you. So okay, he's doing that, so I'm doing that. So maybe for the first term you don't show it.
This feels like something where it's a player issue rather than a game issue, and I feel like if someone's copying your move, you can say while you're choosing where to put your things, feel free to cover your sheets if you want to have that rule at all. I feel like that might be where it's, and not sure what your
it could be an optional thing of saying you can show, like you can agree as a group to show or not to show. I think the first few times you play it is not really an issue because there's so many variables that you have to think about. I guess if you play it a lot and you start understanding the game, maybe but you wouldn't copy, you would analyze the other's game in order to see what they're going to score, to see if you can shut them down or go for something else. If you're like racing against someone to get the most vegy, for example, and you realize that someone is really ahead of you, so you might just want to focus on something else.
It feels like,
or beat them.
It feels like more of a hypothetical issue rather than a real world issue that's actually happened. When you look at number 9, for example, number 9 is just, it would be so easy to copy other people. Karuba, take it easy. You could copy people so easily. And when I was playing Muckle, not micro Muckle or nano Muckle or mini Muckle, which I play online, but actually Muckle, where everyone took the same card and then we all played with one deck each. I played this so many times and people would never look over because you have the pride. You want to do something different as a player. And it feels like if the game isn't giving you agency and pride in what you're doing, that's a problem that we should be looking at that point. If it's something that actually turns up in playtesting, I think we could address it. But let's kind of be realistic about it. Maya suggests that it's not probably going to happen, and any rule that you add by trying to solve a potential issue is just complicating this game. I remember I used to love Jungle Speed. One thing that I don't like about Jungle Speed so much right now is the fact that I am good enough that I will probably beat anybody watching this show or you, Tiz, and that's not me being boastful. It's just that I've played it hundreds and hundreds of times. And then at a certain point, I know exactly what the things look like. Okay, I've not played it for a year, so I would probably be out of practice. But if we played, then eventually I would be... Oh, Maya is... Oh, interesting. Yeah. Are you challenged? So Maya is... Apparently Maya is... Who's that? Jungle Speed. Okay, it's on. Okay. I like this. Okay, Maya, when are you coming? Okay, are we going to organize something? Okay, wow. I will say that there is at least one person in the UK that I would regularly lose to, but I am intrigued. So you know what? If at the next place where it's safe and we are able to safely play Jungle Speed, anyway, yes. At the next place where it's safe and we can actually play Jungle Speed, let's give it a go. And you know what? The thing is, but you get what I'm saying, that there is this discrepancy between, like, if once you played it a lot, you just keep beating the people who are not so good. And I don't know, it feels... I can't even remember what my points was before I got distracted by being excited about, this new challenger appearing for taking me on. So, rules that don't have to be explained. So there are some rules, there are some edge cases in Jungle Speed that aren't totally clear. Let's say that a card is revealed and then you go to grab it. So let's say I reveal a card that matches yours. I grabbed a totem, but by the time I've grabbed a totem, you have covered your card. Is that still legal? Because according to the rules, that's not quite clear. Because if I noticed and I grab it, but you don't notice, technically, at the point at which I grabbed it, maybe you've covered the card, and I decided to have a house rule for that edge case, and I said, as long as it was valid and you have not covered your own card, it still counts. And that's like a real edge case that came up, very, very occasionally. But by addressing that edge case, you make Jungle Speed the worst game for the people who are just enjoying it as this light game. And I guess that's why I would agree with Maya that, let's just not overcomplicate the rules. You don't need to address every single edge case. You don't need to. Sometimes you allow people to just, it's okay if something comes up 1% of games and it's not covered, especially in this kind of thing. You can have it in the FAQ. Do you even want to have a big FAQ for a party game? For Jungle Speed, probably not. Jungle Speed is basically like Snap, but extreme. The patterns are intentionally very similar to each other. When two patterns match exactly, you've got to grab the totem, but if you've not played before, you might occasionally grab when they're not actually the same, but are just similar. Anyway.
I think that when I'm playing a game and I feel someone is really looking at my stuff, whether that's for beating me or for like figuring out what I'm doing or copying and all that, I just instinctively cover my stuff and I say, like, stop looking at what I'm doing. And I become more on the edge. And I have been on that situations, the kind of situations before, not for copying that much, but for people like being very sneaky, trying, like when it becomes a bit personal within the game, obviously not personal in life, but you know that you want to really beat this person and you start doing these kind of things to...
But there is definitely a level of strategy. Not the other question is not for copying. I think, do you want to be... The thing about this game is the entire game is all about comparing your fish at the end, comparing your veg at the end, comparing your meat, comparing your sets, comparing the spiciness of each of these different pies. And so the question becomes, do you want the added strategy and potential complexity, admittedly, do you want that of mid-game looking and saying, okay, Rita has 5 fish. You know what? I'm just not even going to worry about the fish anymore. I'm going to go for something else, because maybe you see that someone else is going for something, you see that they are clearly winning, and maybe there's a point where you give up, or maybe you see, oh wait, Rita has 4 fish. I thought that I was secure with my 4 fish. I need to make sure that I keep getting the fish because it's very close. It's like in 7 Wonders, where in 7 Wonders, if I've got 5 military and my neighbors have 2 military, I'm probably not going to be so concerned with the military, but if it's 5 and 5, I'm going to definitely, keep moving, keep pushing on. And that's the thing that, do you want that? Do you want that ability to compare yourselves mid-game? Do you know what I mean? Ooh, this is another question. this is another question. Let's say it was, sorry, not from the chat, but an idea just popped into my head. What if you were comparing things not with everyone, but just with your neighbors? So in 3 players, it would be exactly the same. You compare it with the 2 people, but let's say in 10 players, you only compare with your neighbors. Then it actually is more expandable. Do you get what I mean? I'm just thinking of Welcome to Dino World, where I worked on, where we have, I don't know, have you played, it was, I'm trying to remember, James, I can't remember the name of the designer of that, but it was a whole bunch of us worked on it. And one thing that we came up with was these cards, and then you've got these cards in between everyone, and you're just competing on these 3 aspects. And you are competing with that neighbor on these 3 aspects. You're competing with that neighbor on these 3 aspects. And if we had something, yeah, I don't know. Rita, you're muted still.
Sorry. Good point, but I think it makes it for the end point counting a little bit complicated, because everybody is talking to each other and saying, what do you have? What do you have? What do you have? What do you have? I don't know if this is a good feeling, when everybody there's a very crowded house and everybody's talking.
That's definitely a philosophical question. Let's just hello, Panic Games. Lovely to see you. And yeah, we're just we've tested a game. We're kind of pondering the nature of these things. So we've just played Dinosaurs Love Spicy Pies, which you can see here, or see the prettier things. And Alex makes a good point. I mean, Alex is being slightly facetious, but yes, talking to your neighbors is surely a good thing in a game. I understand Tiz is talking about how it adds tension, but isn't that a nice kind of tension? I think that this is a philosophical point of view where, yeah, let's chat about it. I am definitely pro the comparing mid-game and looking, but
I want to say I'm not sure, because I also agree with the fact that it might just become very messy. I mean, I think that the more players that you have, the less chance you will be to copy or to try to beat someone down, unless it's clearly ahead of everybody else. What I would do for this decision is wait until we can or play test it live and really see how that works, because I don't know. I mean, I guess if someone's copying my game, I would actively tell them, like, stop copying my game, in a friendly or whatever way. But I don't.
Or not.
I mean, or not. Depends on my attitude. That depends on my mood, I guess. But yeah, definitely is something that we can just have in mind. I wouldn't really do much about it, just because right now it's very difficult to tell and to test and say, is it worth it to have like an extra rule, or have like these mid-game the conversations and all that. As you said, Bez, like it's hypothetical at this stage. So I would just wait a bit with this particular subject. Just keep it in mind, and we come back later, because it's not really gonna change much in terms of, it's a crucial thing that we need to change right now. It's something that we would just know when we're playing live with people, how people react and all that. We used to have a problem that people used to choose the same dinosaurs or do the same, more or less the same game, but I don't think that's the case anymore.
And yeah. Maya says that if you copy Maya just says, shame on you. Shame on your family.
Shame on you.
Shame on your cow. But I am definitely pro discommunication, pro the, I've got a wee reminder from my automated robot. Stretchy time. But I am definitely pro talking, pro comparing, pro seeing, hey, how much do you have? And I think that I would be interested if we are thinking of this as a game that can go up to, let's say, 7. It feels like a game that, yeah, if you've got more, it could just be a straight case of if you've got more fish than your neighbor, you get this many points. If you've got more fish than that other neighbor, you get this many points. And so everybody does 2 comparisons.
Okay,
like Seven Wonders.
What about if the game is from 2 to 4 players? It's like we played it together, and if there are more than 4 players, you only compare with your neighbor.
Because do we need the 2 systems? Because it is nice when everything follows the same system, and the only point at which it becomes complicated is, okay, 2 players, there's a variant for 2 players where you say, okay, you don't compare twice, you just compare once. Or maybe you should yeah, but it's always then works the same way. And no, it would also be a separate rule for 3 players, because technically first, second, third is quite different to us comparing this way, that way, and that way. But I agree with, yeah, it's just a case of, okay, what are each of these 8 things worth? And maybe they're worth, I mean, currently the differential for the fish is 4 points from first to second. And so if we say, okay, fish, you get 2 points for being better than left neighbor, 2 points, and everything is between 1 and 3 points. I don't know how much it should be exactly, but let's say I see the spice is currently 3, but that's from being second to first. So maybe if that was 2 points for each of the pies, and yeah, the meat is, I guess, 2 points, maybe veg is 2 points, and fish is 3 points. The only bad thing is that it makes it less granular, because yeah, if you want to have smaller number of points to divvy out, then it's going to be less granular, because you can't say, okay, I get 5 points, because then you're getting 5 points potentially twice. That could be too much. But maybe that's the right thing. I'm just so attracted to this notion, because I know that it worked so well in so many other games where you can have theoretically infinite people sitting around a table, and I can easily fit 8 people around our table. And if we say, yeah, 8 players, boom, great. I've had 12-player games of Muckle, everyone. And yeah, Maya says, yeah, obviously, this is ignore the comments if you disagree. So, but I am very strongly pro the 7 Wonders method. I wouldn't advocate for the Welcome to Dino World method of having different things to compare necessarily. I would advocate for the everyone compares everything, but I don't know. Tell me what you're thinking.
I think it could be good, but
sorry about that.
But we have to play test it. So I think this is the problem.
One problem with what I mentioned that it does occur to me is that it's going to be different based on playing online versus playing, like, you can't play it on stream, so you will need alternate rules for playing on stream. That is the one issue.
And this is the second, might be the second problem, because this is a good game to play online together during Corona, and we don't know how long this exists, and creating a game which you can also play online together is maybe a good point.
I mean, you can have the infinitely scalable modes though, because like it would be similar, say Tabletop Simulator would be similar, but I don't want to play on Tabletop Simulator.
No.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't know how you feel, Tiz, but two of us have decided against Tabletop Simulator. Are you happy with that decision?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, what I was thinking, I don't know about this. What do you think about this? But I was thinking of getting like cubes of the colors of the ingredients. So blue, green, red, and yellow. And instead of writing it, I'll just put the cubes.
I mean, for you, that's fine. But for the published version, it is so much cheaper to have the... Yeah, it's so much cheaper to have the pad of paper if we can work out little icons for the different things that people can sort of, yeah. I'm glad you understand. I'm not going to play test games that need me to go onto Tabletop Simulator or Tabletopia, to be honest, unless I absolutely have to. I'm happy to watch other people playing on that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's great for many games, Tabletopia or Tabletop Simulator, but I don't think it's necessary for this one. And for a case, it's nice to look at people's faces when you're playing, and that's what I don't love about the simulators.
Yeah, because it uses so much processor power, and it's not like say, okay, here's me, and then you go back to the video. I definitely like this format. I would say that if we had people in StreamYard, like if it was up to 6 people, you could still compare with your neighbors. And so that would still be possible. Like right now, it would be like, okay, Tiz, who has the most? Okay, Bez and Rita compare. Now Rita and Tiz compares. And then we go through that for all the things. It would actually be, but, welcome to Dino World. Sorry, I keep going back to this because this is something that I spent quite a few months working on as part of ACG. And welcome to Dino World, even though it has the proper mode, which is, okay, we're playing this with, I can't remember what it goes up to. I think it's 7. If you play with the full mode where you've got the little objective cards between each pair of people, and then that's a really interesting thing. But there's also the infinity mode where it's just, okay, everyone has all of these things, and if you got that, then you get this many points. We can't do that because it's not a race, because Welcome to Dino World was a race. But we can definitely have an infinity mode, and I would be more keener to have the real mode is the version that can be played for the best experience around the table, and then infinity mode is the version that can be played on stream, where, yes, I can show people this, and people can print out, and people can play it at home if they want. And then at the end, it's like, okay, did you get who was the most? And if you manage to equal them, you get this. If you... With infinity, it's also, bear in mind, ranking numbers is going to be surprisingly hard. Let's say we've got 46, 48, 36, and 40, and 25, 25, 20. That it gets hard to rank these numbers if you've got more than 5 of them, I would say, frankly. And so comparing to your neighbors is a slight simplification. And so for playing on stream, I wonder if there's a method where we can say, okay, who has the most? If you have the most, then great. If you don't, then I don't know. Should it be just binary? Should it just be you've got the most or you don't have the most? Should it be like the top 2? Do you get what I'm saying? Just to try and simplify it a wee bit. Do you understand my concerns, Rita, Tiz?
Yes, I understand. The problem is we have to test that. If we change it, we have to test that.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Alex, I like mathematically a point for each person with a lower score plus some bonus for top, but yeah, my issue is that let's say we have 10 numbers and we have to rank 10 numbers. That's just slightly more complexity than I feel this game needs. That's what I'm concerned about. I mean, I'm genuinely wondering if I were to, let's say after I head back to London, maybe right now I want to kind of spend my evenings with my family, but like once I head back to London, if I could, I don't know, if I were to play at a later time in the evening when maybe people in Europe aren't working and people in America are awake, is that a point where yeah, we could get enough people to kind of test something like this semi-reliably? Because Alex says, what if it was easier, like a standard number of points for getting X, so making it completely multiplayer solitaire?
You look.
Okay. I mean, to be honest, where's my train of thought? I'm not sure if comparing in general is necessary. Obviously, something that we need to test, and I would love to test it because, yeah, I mean, if it improves the game and if it makes it more engaging and achieves more connection or engagement between the players, within the players, because at this stage, I mean, the only interaction that you get is a bit looking and saying, oh, what is going to pick? But there is within the choosing of the dinosaurs, and there's a lot of moments where the players interact, and that's important. I would definitely say let's test it. Why not? Let's try to make a test with a larger group of people. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not sure is because if you have, like, if you're in real life, would you be covering your boards, or would you just assume that people are not going to look? Because I probably would look, maybe not in a sneaky, cheating way, but because it's kind of normal for me to look at other people's games and try to figure out what they're doing with the information that I have available, of course.
So yeah, I know you laughed at my face, Rita. It wasn't a look of utter disgust at Alex's comment. It was just it's a hard. I for the same reason as Tiz, I don't like the standard number of points for getting X, because I feel like with a standard number of points, you're losing that point of interaction. And currently, there's 2 points of interaction. 1 point is the cards, and you get a bonus for choosing the one that other people didn't choose. And again, like if there were 10 of us, would that be okay? I mean, that feels reasonable because you've just got to check, did anyone else do it? That feels like an easy enough thing to check as you're scanning through the comments if people are talking about it on Twitch. Let's imagine we are, but then the second thing of not having this comparison for who got the most, I feel like the number, some sort of bonus for getting the most feels like an important thing. But then the other thing that I wanted to say is it does feel like we're kind of pushing in 2 different directions, and we have to think, what are we trying to make, and when is it going to be published? Are we trying to make a game to pitch to someone, because if we're going to pitch it to someone, if that's our ultimate goal, to get this to be a roll and write that's actually printed and released by some company, it's not going to come out during the times of COVID. By the time it's gone through that production cycle, it's going to come out and COVID's not going to be around. I mean, these things take time, do you know what I mean? And so it feels like maybe we don't need to worry about that. Having said that, it is a good thing for people to be able to adapt it for streaming, don't get me wrong. But let's not do that. Let's not make that the priority necessarily. And Alex says, how does that interaction express itself? You're looking at other players' boards to inform your strategy. Yeah, wee bits of that. I was kind of having an eye out, but I was more thinking it's also about the payoff at the end, the emotional payoff that, oh, you managed to get a wee bit more than me. And there is that emotional payoff. But yeah, for sure. Yeah, maybe it's just a... You know what? I'm not actually totally against this. A standard number of points for getting X plus with a bonus. Maybe that the person who gets the most gets like 2 or 3 points bonus, but everyone who gets at least whatever gets some number of points. That could be a thing. I'm not totally against that, because at least that, yeah, the bonus for getting the most keeps that excitement that I do see as a source of excitement, I guess. It's more about the excitement than the interaction, I guess. What are you two thinking about the whole streaming real life?
We could all try that, but we have to test it. I think this is the problem. So I'm definitely with you when we want to check out this or maybe this, but we have to test it. This is the problem. So
okay, I am curious if I know that since we last spoke, you two have done more testing than I have done. Like, I haven't done any testing. You two have actually done some testing, and I know, Rita, you're actually able to play in real life, which I'm not able to do. I could probably persuade my family, who I'm currently living with, to give it a go if I ask very nicely. Yeah, I was going to suggest that maybe for the next couple of weeks, maybe I take charge and I kind of try and test some of these options that Alex has been presenting, as well as maybe an option for the 7 Wonders style, and maybe we reconvene in a couple of weeks. I will keep you informed, of course, but we reconvene in a couple of weeks to explore this a bit more.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Tiz?
And so, Tiz, you're muted.
Always. I wanted to say that there was also another idea rolling, but we decided not to include it on this test, to include it on the next one, because there were so many changes and so many different things that we wanted to see. But we wanted to add another dinosaur, or potentially change one of these dinosaurs to be able to go to the storage room or the bank. And this is because when you place your ingredients and then you have some leftovers, instead of just saying, oh, okay, we just throw that away, maybe you can store them and then you can use a dinosaur to go back and get them. But we never really tested that. It was just an idea.
I mean, I personally like where it is. I don't think it needs that, because then that involves writing all these other ingredients, or if you have chips for the ingredients, if that's the way that we're thinking of it to be produced, that's so much more expensive. But then you've got to have this entire column to draw all these things, and then you have this one dinosaur that, let's be honest, it's going to be okay at the end of the game when you've got lots of things. You use it one time. And that doesn't feel like the most exciting thing. Whereas the current dinosaurs, I feel like there's a really nice big, small, even, odd, and everything needs to be different. I was actually, before today, I was thinking maybe we don't need the different dinosaur. I was thinking maybe even 4 dinosaurs might be enough. Like even, odd, big, and small, because there's a nice balance there. But I do like how the difference, it's on its own axis. And I definitely like that the one dice, you took it out. The big, small, it's such a nice change. But I think it does need a 5. But I think the 6 that you're talking about, I would personally be against that. But what do you think, Rita?
This could be an expansion. We also thought about an expansion.
Sure.
Yeah, but for now, if we have so many questions still, we shouldn't test that.
Yeah, I'm just throwing it out there so you know, because if you're gonna also do the second round of testing, yeah, well, you never know.
So are you happy with that as a path forward? So you two have, it's a weird one because you have more access to real life people. I have access to 3 people who are definitely not gamers, who struggle with My City, and at the first game said it was very complicated, even before the matching the colors of things, and it's like, oh, why are we playing this complicated game? But then by the 24th game, it's like, oh, they started to love it because, and my mum, one of my parents actually said, oh, it's like a child, it's grown up, and then you love it more. But
it is good. You can also test it online. So I 2 times I tested it online, and it worked. So okay, and this is
I would be more keen on I'm going to give my parents time to think about everything, but I'm sure that you have many other things to test with your real life testers, Rita. And does that feel like a reasonable approach that one of us takes charge for a couple of weeks, or and since you two work together on this bit, then I can take care for the next couple of weeks and work on it, and then we reconvene in a couple of weeks and report back?
Yes, of course. So
okay.
I would cool. Change the sheet that you can use it. So I would change it that you have 3 3 places for the curry.
Mm-mm.
And I'm writing here the bubble. There is no line. I'm just writing amount. Is amount good? Or
sure. I'm just going to be drawing these on white paper and getting them ready. So it will be just sketched out, and I'll have some I've got some cards somewhere that, I've got cards that, we can make, but we don't. Oh, maybe I can actually get my sibling to, because I think we might have gotten the printer to work actually last week. So if you are able to redo the sheet, that would be really helpful. And so if you could redo the sheet, just take out the yellow bit and put in 3 lines for the curry, and then I will draw the card. I will make the cards. I'll just think about the numbers of the scoring, how exactly you're going to score, what should be for infinity mode, what is the target, and you get some points, and maybe number 1 gets some number of points. How many points should these be? I'll try and keep it to the same principle, like the same feeling as what we already have, even if it's mathematically different. It will be the same emotional payoff, fingers crossed. And then we'll reconvene in a couple of weeks, and we'll talk about why it was good or bad and what else we do.
Yeah, sure.
And hello, Nicholas, who
to me.
says, ooh ha, ooh bam. Just because you are returning. And
It's exactly, how I
no,
felt.
that is I feel like I want to end the main show, but then maybe have just one game of something that I'm a little bit addicted to before we finish off. But let's recap and wrap up. Unless there's anything else that we should chat about. Where's my... There we go. So, we talked about the mind, we talked about we whimsical creatures, we talked about games that involve cutting up things and, about the nature of legacy games. We talked about our game. We talked about how pencils are so brilliant. They are super awesome. Let's love pencils. Yeah, I really respect pencils. Yeah, here's a green pencil. Unfortunately, it's broken at the top, but it's still pretty good. And also pens are pretty brilliant as well, but, they're all good. Anyway, then we played our game, and according to my notes, it took us 9 minutes to teach and about, exactly 31 minutes to play.
Online teaching.
That is a fair point. I will keep track of how long it takes me to teach my parents for the first game, which will be very interesting. And although bear in mind that it will probably again be longer, and really what I look forward to is when I'm back in London and when people are allowed to meet, fingers crossed, one day. Hopefully, maybe I've heard that it might be a thing at the end of next month. So in about a month's time.
Okay.
I heard someone saying like on April 17th, people are going to be allowed to, and even now I hear that people are allowed to meet in the garden. So if you have a garden, you're allowed to meet around a table. So it could be potentially myself and, McCall and Chris potentially. But, anyway. So we played the game, then we had a chat about it. We talked about, fear of copying. We decided not to worry about it too much. We talked about the banker dinosaur. We didn't worry about it too much. I really, really appreciate all the changes that I've made. I just think they're all brilliant. The asymmetry of the dice, the asymmetry of the pies, it's all really nice. And, the little bonus for getting the things going on, it's definitely made it more complicated. I don't think that I would play this with an 8-year-old, whereas I could see a version of the game that I would play with an 8-year-old. But no. I would say that this is now, more a slightly adult, it's not, rude or anything, but it's just more of a thinky person's, maybe a 13-year-old plus or something like that. I don't know.
No, 10-year-old.
Maybe 10. Maybe 10.
So I played
11,
it with
12.
I played our first version with my 8-year-old nephew, and he didn't get it all. So I think 2 years he's checking it. So I think 10 plus is good.
But also I hear that your relative there might know a lot about games, as in they've been exposed to lots of stuff through you.
No, they're not. They're not good at games. They're not playing that much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the number on the box, we'll leave that to the publisher to decide. But what I'm basically saying is it's kind of, as we said, kind of family plus, but we decided just to embrace that. And so it has to be something that my parents, who are non-gamers, are able to do. I will kind of tell them that I'm going to make them the guinea pigs for the next 2 weeks. And then we decided that we're going to have a break. I'm going to work on it for a couple of weeks and try and work out some system that will make it really easy to play on stream. and maybe we will carry on with that version. Maybe I'll also work on a version to be good around the table. And with the streaming version, once I'm back in London, maybe in early May, if people are up for it, I was thinking I might start up a second online gaming night. It depends how life is. But occasionally, maybe if people are up for it, think, hey, let's try this game where it's not always games that you can play along to so easily. Sometimes you do need to print something. Or so whereas Tuesdays, I'm very proud at everything. You just come with blank paper and pencil, and that's the most that you possibly need. But on Thursday, okay, you might need to print something, or you might need to write something down. But yeah, and so, anyway, but if people are up for joining us, in a month or so, once we've worked on it a wee bit more, that would be really nice. And I think this is definitely a game that we could say, yeah, this is a solid wee thing, and then gets it out to a publisher and release it on some sort of Creative Commons in my Discord. So we kind of put the things in the Discord, and where's Discord? Yeah, check out. I have a Discord. If you're not already there, then please go there. Is there anything else that we need to talk about before we finish up in terms of recapping, wrapping up, talking about Dinosaurs Love Spicy Pies? Is there anything else you want to say about the game?
No, I don't think. I'm still having fun with it, and I think it could be something really cool.
Excellent. Yeah, I enjoyed playing it today.
And also, I wanted to say, within this time, I'll work on some of the aesthetics for the following month that we're gonna meet. And then, as soon as I have them, I'll send it over to you, Rita, so we can update the aesthetics and see if that gets a different sentiment about it.
Yeah, that's very cool. Yeah.
I wanted to ask, for these symbols, should I try to simplify it as much as possible so people can copy them? Okay.
I think that would be good. I think you should. I mean, Rita says no. I think it would be good.
If you have the time, do it.
Okay, yeah. I mean, because
everyone can draw it very easily. I was thinking like a leaf. I'm quite happy with my symbol here.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that for the final game, we are probably gonna end up using color markers, correct? Or no?
I don't know, because normally with a roll and write, you expect people to have their own pens. I wouldn't expect to package 3 different colors for every single player.
No, I would say I have a small, maybe there is one set in the game. Maybe there's one set with small colors, or also with pencils.
You don't want to have to share your pens. I think that would, as a publisher, you want to lower the cost as much as possible. Pens are just so expensive. Colored things.
I mean, maybe chips or something like that. Maybe not even chips, like.
And also, like it brings in color blindness issues. Like you want a diagram you can just put down, and yeah.
I'll give it some thought.
But maybe I think if we pitch it, we should keep that in mind, because I don't know a roll and write with so many colors.
Yeah, I would do it as icons. And hello, Runa, it's lovely to see you. Thank you very much for joining the stream. And yeah, Maya's doing a thing with a coloring book design, which is interesting. And I don't think colors make this game better. I think that for me, when I'm playing it, I actually think, okay, I'm going to draw the spice as dark black. I've not got a good symbol for the meat, but okay, I've got the fish, the leaf, that's easy to see, and I don't know what to do for the meat, but it's just more accessible. You only need one pen. Yeah.
Let's do
I
this.
am very strongly against color markers.
Okay, don't worry about it. It will be a surprise for all of you next time.
Ooh.
No, I'll take care of it. Don't worry. I'm pretty convinced that I can do. I could suffice both of you. No problem. So yeah, don't worry about it.
And yeah, Maya isn't trying to brag to say, "Oh, look at me! I have a coloring book rolling right." Maya's trying to remind us that even though Maya's game is all about colors, Maya's having to have patterns.
Yeah, no worries. I mean, I no worries. I have some ideas. I mean, for your peace of mind, if you must, I think the contour could be something very easy to draw, and then you could have some
Don't tell us. Don't tell us. Don't tell us.
No,
Okay,
tell us, because
I won't.
I'm going to be testing it. It would be useful to my tests if you are able to tell me the icons, Tiz. So please send me the icons. Even if Rita wants it to be a surprise, please send it to me. You've got my email.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
you don't have to include Rita in this email. Send it to me and let Rita be surprised in 2 weeks' time. Rita can see it on the stream. We can show it to Rita, and Rita will have their live reaction to the new symbols that we have. But anyway,
it's okay. Don't sweat it too much. It's gonna be okay.
Okay, so we are all dinosaurs love spicy pied out. I want to say this is my links if you've enjoyed this. I am stuffandbez.com, stuffandbez.bigcartel.com, twitter.com/stuffbez, instagram.com/stuffbez, twitch.tv/stuffabez, where you're probably watching, and I stream for the next 71 days at 10 a.m. UK time every day, and also Tuesdays at 8 p.m. UK time. youtube.com/stuffabez, where you can see all the old episodes, and stuffabez.com/discord. Please join my Discord, where you can chat about all sorts of games. There is a wee channel there for Dinosaurs Love Spicy Pies. If you want to playtest it yourself, there are the files, and you are able to check it out and have a go if you've got people that you can play it with. But it's a kind of, definitely don't, it's like kind of some rights reserved kind of situation. Many rights reserved. But if you want to check out Rita and whatever, Rita, where do you most like to be found?
Instagram, of course, Rita on Fire, or on the podcast Spielen aufs Ohr. Yeah.
And Tiz, where do you like to be found?
As I usually say, I'm Tiz Creel, my name in basically everything. So you can find me anywhere, my website, Instagram. I am actually starting to become more active on Twitter. So yeah, follow me on Twitter because I didn't used to post anything ever. And now I'm checking it every day, and I'm trying to make posts there. So yeah.
And also, these are two excellent people to follow. They don't post too much on Instagram, which I appreciate. I have to admit, if I'm following someone and then they start posting every day, for me, it's a bit too much. I know that's good for the algorithm, but if I'm following you, then I see literally everything that you post. So I tend to then unfollow and then sometimes follow. But yeah, and Stream Element says, please check out the new categorical Instagram, which is being run by Dina. And it is, of course, over to you. What are you up to? You can share anything you want to. At which point, I say, would anyone, at this point, you can share what you're going to be up to. What are you up to the rest of the day? I am going to be doing a bit of work with Chris, trying to sort out a bit of art. I am going to be doing a wee bit of writing, because now I've started a new commitment where I'm going to be sharing a page from my forthcoming book on Board Game Geek every day. And that's also, just wee bits of writing, wee bits of pondering stuff. And that's pretty much it. But I might be doing, if people are up for it, a tiny bit of words on stream in a couple of minutes. What are you up to, Rita?
I'm up to eating something and going out because the weather is fine, and I'm having a long walk with my dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Tiz, what are you up to?
Sorry. So many interruptions today in my it's just like I woke up in the wrong foot. What am I up to? I am doing some sculptures about like this size of just some creatures that I created throughout these days. So basically I 3D printed them, and then I filled it up with plaster, and now I have to sand them and then paint them and all that. So I'm gonna work on that a little bit. I'm also working on animation, like 3D animation. Sorry. So I'm learning about it right now, and it's a bit challenging, but I'm getting on with it. So I'm probably gonna spend most of the day doing that. Definitely eat ASAP.
Okay, well, I will let you two go. I'm glad that it is so beautiful near Munich. And Panic Game says, I am about to play some words on stream. I am glad that you're on board with this. So we are going to be doing a quick thing. So for now, bye, 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 just to Rita and Tiz. Bye, 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 but this is not yet the end of the show, even though Rita and Tiz have to go. Bye-bye, Rita. Bye-bye, Tiz. It's been lovely making this game with you, and I look forward to seeing you seeing you both in 2 weeks for this, and also, Rita, you'll be back on the Tuesday to talk about development.
So in 2 weeks?
In 2 weeks on Wednesday, but next week on Tuesday you will be here.
Yeah, of course. Okay. Bye.
See you in 2 weeks. Bye-bye. So, let me get rid of this wee banner, and you can just close the window. Ciao, Tiz.
Okay.
Service, Rita.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to kick me out. Bye-bye.
I mean, I can kick you out if you want, but you can just close the window whenever you're comfortable. Bye-bye, Tiz. Bye-bye. And I am going to now open up a window where words. So for those who are new to this, it's basically anagrams. So you see a bunch of letters on stream and you have to think of words that are at least 4 letters long until later on when it gets just ridiculously difficult, and you have to do things at least 5 letters long, which is crazy. And we had a record of level 19, and level 19, all the answers are hidden. It's just ridiculous. And letters on scream, yep. Screaming letters. I promise not to scream all the letters. Yeah, anyway. So, is everybody ready to start? You know how this works. Okay. Octar. So, can you think of a thing? Okay, we've got rock, core, talk, like TikTok. We've got trick. Remember, once you've done one word, you can't do another word until you see the little thing. And Maya, that's a good word, but I just got it just before you. So yeah, you just type it in. Okay. Is this a word? I don't know. I'm going to do that. So trek, good word, trek, and rock. Yeah, these are good words. TikTok. Oh, we've got a couple of 5-letter words. Why is talk not a word? Wow. Oh, wow. This is actually quite tricky. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What Come on, surely. And we're missing some 5-letter words. How can we be Kroot, Trook, Trook, Zero, Tor? Oh, Tor, good words. Good word, Panic Games. Nice, nice. I just going to double check. Talk? No, apparently definitely not. Tuka, Kur, Iker, Kur. I'm just trying things. Quotes. Oh, just quotes is a word apparently. Oh, like the coast. So we need one more word. Come on, one more word, people. Just one more word. No, wrecked isn't a word according to this. I thought wrecked as well. Oh my gosh. Well, it's got to go in the book. Even though it's not the best thing, but don't worry. It's not the first time we failed at level 1. It's not the first time we failed at level 1. But let's try and get to level 3. Level 3. Mare, harm, hammer. Someone can do hammer. And hello, Yoda. Oh, I didn't realize that title Michael was also finishing up. Oh, nice. Hello, D-Fictions. Lovely to have you join us. Mere, that's a good word. Ream. Good words, good word. Harem. Nice. Hair. And hello, Designer Cardboard. Thank you for joining in. We've already got Mare. And yeah, thank you for following D-Fictions. I normally stream board game chatter and interviews, but sometimes after the interview, depending on how I'm feeling, we do a wee bit of this. Here. Ahem. Oh, I was just realizing that we've probably got another A word, maybe another. It's definitely another R word at the end because everything's in alphabetical order. Remember that alphabetical order does help us. Ream, room, RH. I don't know what starts with RH or RE. This is no, there's no T there. Ria? What does that even mean? It's time for another Learn a Word with Bez. Ria. 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 Either of two large, fast-running flightless birds. This is a really nice definition from Collins English Dictionary. But we've still got one that starts with A or maybe an H or maybe an E. But that was a good, solid stuff. But yeah, Ria, who did Ria? D-Fictions. Yeah, good show. I just want to acknowledge that. Oh, hair. Were we missing hair? Oh, man. I can't believe we met. Well, okay, let's carry on. Glob, nice word. To all Betzel. Goblet. Nice work, Dutch, Yoda, and also Maya. Respect. No, Designer Cardboard, it needs to be 4 letters minimum. Remember, check the number of little black squares, and the number of black squares is how many things you get. And apparently Lego is not a word, according to this, which... we've got some 5-letter words that we're missing. Globe. Oh, I was just about to put that in. Oh, what have we got? Another B word. What's another? Begot. That's respect. I respect that a lot. I respect all of you. Just to be clear, but I respect that word. You know. BBBB bottle. Bowl. Bowl? No, there's no more words starting with G. Don't worry about that. Because remember, it's now we can see it's either starting with L or T, LMNO, or an O, L, O, or T. The final things have to be starting with L or O or T. Toll, good stuff. So it's L, O, or T. Ogle, Ogle, good stuff, team. Yes, we got everything. That is brilliant stuff. Nice, and like, thank you for joining us, D-Fictions and Chicken Seconds. It's lovely to have you join us. Thank you. Anyway, I'm going to click the button to carry on, but let's just take a moment to this level 7. This is where it starts getting a wee bit trickier. The fake letter. Okay. First. Okay, so we know some things that aren't in that are there. Furious. Okay. Thank you. So we know that there is no D. This really helps us. So Panic Game, sorry, I'm stealing that. Yeah, exactly. D is fake. Remember, there's no D. I'm just putting that up there. Friss, apparently not a word. Furious, we've already got that. Sour, boom, sour. And with that, we've just... Rufus? Rufus? What does Rufus mean? It's time for another Learn a Word with Bez. Rufus. Rufus. Apparently, it means reddish brown. I mean, this is a nice definition from Collins English Dictionary. I would have liked a little bit more poetry, like maybe, so what kind of reddish brown? Fours, good word, good word. Nice. Okay, so we've got something before an F, which means that must be an F, because F is the first, so there must be furs. Hello, Lemane. Good shout. Furs. That nice. Rios, I appreciate the attempt. It's not yeah, Blake. Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate all the attempts. Just keep trying things if you're not sure. Something between F and furs and sour. I don't know what that last. Let's R's. Boom. Nice word. Lo mein 777. Grabbing it right at the end. Perfect score. Yeah. Boom. Level 7. Next is level 10. Okay. So level 10, I think that might be where he starts getting the hidden word. Just for anyone who's not played this with the hidden word, I think the best strategy is to first try and work out what is the fake word, and then we go to the hidden word, if that makes sense. And, sorry, not hidden word, hidden letter. And so, yeah, let's see if we've got the hidden letter here already. Dutch. Yep, we've still just got the fake letter. Ignore what I was saying. Quotes. Okay, let's see. Quotes. Okay, all those letters are so, which means that the L is fake. Yep, no L. Nice work, team. We've managed to nail down which thing to completely ignore. And Croat. I think that Croat should be okay. Tart. Lota. Oh man, wait. Carrots, of course, carrots. And yeah, torque. I would have thought torque was a word as well. Oh no, torque is Q-U-E at the end. Torque is Q-U-E. And coral. Is coral just with one R maybe? No, apparently not. Actor, nice. We've got another 6-letter word. Cotter. Cotter. This is what I like. It's time for another Learn a Word with Bez. Cotter. British English, apparently. It doesn't even have a... Wow, this doesn't even have a pronunciation example, but it's apparently a peasant occupying a cottage and land of not more than half an acre at a rent of not more than £5 a year. Wow, well, cotters certainly don't exist anymore. And so, yeah, there you go. And hello, Wolf Nitka Plays. It's lovely to have you join us. Just type in any 4-letter word that you can find using these things. So, although having said that, by the time you heard that, it would already be too late. We've done pretty well. And so, yeah, we are up to level 12. Unless, and we'll see how I feel after this, we might have another game or two. But, you know, there is a high scoreboard, and obviously I want to respect all the people who've came in, like Lemaine, Defections, Chicken Seconds, and Panic Games, and Woodworth, and Shoda, Nicholas. And so, yeah, thank you for joining us, Runa. And I'm going to click. Now, this is where we get, I believe, the hidden letters, and it's really, really tricky. So, okay, we're ready. We're ready. Oh, no. Still no hidden letters, okay? Lane, let's check if Lane is... Ooh, L, no. Why did Lane not work? Is N fake? No. What's wrong? L, E is fake. E is fake. No E. E is fake, exactly. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, so we know what letter is fake, so everybody now. Remember, even though there's an E in there, the E is just to confuse us. Don't get confused, Nicholas. Don't get confused, Designer Cardboard. Ignore the E. No matter what you do, ignore the E. Okay. Slag is... Oh. That's... Galas. Yep, that's a good one. Of course, when we've got an S, remember to pluralize everything. We've already got Gala. We've just need another 8 points to beat this one. Snag. Good word. Lags. Good word. And now we've completed the level. Once you complete the level, then it reveals its secret. So you can see the asana. I've heard that word before, but I can't remember what it means. Asana. Any of various postures in yoga. Asana, apparently. Asana. Yeah. And a shout out to this show. Is not sponsored by Collins English Dictionary, but Collins English Dictionary is pretty darn good. Alas, good word. Yep. That is definitely a word. Oh no, wait. Glan. Nags. Good word right at the end, Nags. We have done pretty darn good. We are skipping 2 levels. Nice. Skipping 2 levels. Ignore what it says. We're actually skipping 2 levels. We've had this conversation so many times. I'm not going to... Oh, I just know... We've got so many people. We've got like little... We can scroll. Ooh. Okay. Is everyone ready? It's not 3 levels. Look. Okay, I'm going to get to... Since you brought it up. Level 12. We go to level 15. How many levels did we skip? Yeah. We skipped level 13 and level 14. Anyway, it's all good. I have a gripe about this every single time I play it. But, yeah, exactly. It's all good. It should say progress. Anyway. No, it's all good. It's all good. Don't worry. Don't call yourself dumb. Anyway, we are starting. Are you ready? I believe this is where we're going to get the hidden letters. Remember, try and find the fake letters. And once we found the fake letters, you can just try and hit things and experiment. See if we can find the hidden letter. Okay, 3, 2, 1. We're ready. Okay. Hidden letter. Is it soil? Is soil working? Okay. lingo. So S is fake. No S. No S. S is fake. So we have and boiling is you just got that thing from me, which means that BOI second word. No S plus an I. We've got two I's in there. Okay, so I'm giving you the hints there so we can. Okay, so this is pretty tricky. Oh, given that we've got the lining. Oh no, that doesn't work. Lining, lining, bong. Yeah, bong. Oh no, we've already got bong. Okay, we just need a wee. Oh, link. Nice work, chicken seconds. Made us taking us over the line. So now the thing that was previously hidden is now yellow, and the thing that is a fake is now red. But remember, I've got the wee thing there. Okay. Goals apparently blog. Ooh, blog. Surely, yeah. No. Loin. No, we've got loin. Why did I think of that? So Bing. Yeah, I think Bing should be a word, even though it's apparently not. But we managed to get it. Goblin. Boom. Lemaine. Nice work. You got it right at the end. Just on the buzzer. That is good work. And we managed to skip a level. Good work. Good work, everyone. Exactly. Booyah. Okay, we're up to level 17. Okay. Remember, 19 is where it gets ridiculous. Okay, I think this is where we start getting the 5-letter words. I'm double check, but at some point, 5-letter words, we are going to not allow 4-letter words anymore. Let's see what goes on here. Okay. Okay. 4-letter words only. Roaming. No, that's not how you spell roaming. Roaming has a Moira. Oh, this is. And you know what, Maya? I am going to make you a moderator, or a VIP, because you deserve to. Can I VIP you from here? Oh no, Maya Creek Geek. How do I? Mod? Yeah, boom. I made you a mod. Oh no, wait, I didn't mean to do that. Unmod. I meant to VIP you. Unless you want. Do you want to be a mod, Maya? You can be a mod. You can be a deputy mod. There you go. How do you feel about that? You don't have to do anything. Okay. Let's see. Ratio. There we go. RATIO. Tempor. Maria. Tempor. Portia. I feel like, yeah, level 17. Pratt. Yeah, Pratt is Prattler. No, 4-letter words and then 5-letter words. It makes such a big difference. Marmot. Good work, Marmot. I think this is where we're going to fall down. U is hidden. It might be. Okay, so it always reveals the things right at the end. This is how you know that we're. LOAM lampwood. Oh, wow, that was solid. 17 is a solid, difficult score. I mean, 17 is still pretty darn good, people. I think 5 letters. I'm actually going to take some notes. I'm just curious. Is 17. I think it was also at 16. But yeah, I am going to call this the last game and we will stop. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you for following. Lots of love. And enjoy your food, Runa. Enjoy your day. Have a wonderful one. And so if people are up for one more game, you know what? I am going to take a wee screenshot to paste on my Discord because level 17, that is something to... and I'll bring this down so I can take a screenshot of all the people who helped us get so far. Thank you, everyone. And that's going to be, yeah, if you want to join the Discord, then... So, level 24 over at Tidal Michael. Really? Whoa. I am very curious to see what goes on at level 24. Okay, let's restart. And let's restart. Okay, we're going to get this no matter what, sour. There's going to be some really long words. Sorry, I took that from you. Dower, yeah, good words. Dower. Hidden words. Yep, hidden words happens at level 19. Shroud. Round. There's no H. This is a difficult one. Wow. This is a really hard one. What's going on? Surround. Oh my gosh. Surround. Loma. Yeah, just wait. No. I just want to thank. That is a good, solid word. And we are all earns. Yeah. Look. Okay. Let's see. We've got just 4-letter words. Onus. This is where you think, shouldn't it be easier? But it's never easy. It's never easy. And Real Kedril, lovely to have you join us. Thank you for joining us. It's new. Yeah, like if you've got a good amount of new, that's a good one. Sword, roods. Oh, no. Yeah, duns. That's a good one. Yeah, this is, wow. It's not. This is where my brain just freezes. I got like one word in that thing, but congratulations to everyone. Like, we've apparently done as good as we can. We're skipping 2 levels. Well done to M14 Real, Chicken Seconds, Lemaine, Wolf, Nika Plays, Panic Games, and Designer Cardboard. Thank you for, Duos. That could have been one. Yeah, Duos. I think that came in. But yeah, let's carry on. Okay. Rice, good word. Oh, there's beer. I see if someone wants to take beer, if someone wants to type beer into the chat, or bridge. No, there's no D. Crib. Crib, good word, panic. Ribe, apparently not a word. I think cribbage is spelt with an A, not a E. And this is the point where brie. Beautiful cheese. I love a good bit of, oh no, that is BRIG. I'm sorry, I'm going to steal that, Runa. I hope that's okay. But Runa, I just want to respect you for iceberg. Panic Games, M14 Real, Lemaine, all coming out like all at the same time. And like, I just want to respect like everyone who came up with that all at the same time. This is like kind of, what do they call like parallel design, when people are making things all at the same time, and it's like parallel anagram solving. Bigger, that has 2 G's in it. We've got some 5-letter words. I mean, we are at least going to progress. Yeah, well, that is, yeah. We managed to move on to the next level. We didn't get to skip anything, but we've done well. Good work, team. Hey, Wolfnick, don't worry, it's all good. We still respect you. We still appreciate everything that you're doing to contribute and just typing in things. And now, let's see what happens on level 5. Level 5. Let's see. Level 5, it's all good. Don't worry. Tree, moat, tor, more remote, and meteor. Boom! Nice with those high-scoring words. Man, chicken seconds and M14 really are really knocking it out the park. Everyone's locked for a minute, and we've got yeah, term and team and roads, and we're just nailing this. Boom, boom, boom. We've got some 5-letter words left. All the 5-letter words starts with E, F, G, O, E or M, I think. Emotes, yep, I was just getting there. Nice work, designer cardboard. Meter, which means it's M-E-R. Meter? Met. Oh, meter spelt the other way, maybe. Yeah, there we go. And meet, good work. And ML Thomas 13, it's lovely to have you join us. Tome, that is a good word. And mere, oh my gosh. Yeah, we are skipping 5 levels, 2 levels even. I can't count. I was just thinking that was level 5, and what's going to come up on level 8. Okay. And yeah, nice work, everyone. Hello, Alex. Lovely to have you join us. And yeah, we managed to get to level 17, which feels pretty good since you weren't here. Alex is normally our pinch hitter. Oh, okay, level 8. We've got the fake letters. I'm just curious. I'm going to take a note. 5 is normal. 8 fake. Case. Scade and not cascade. So no Z. The Z is fake. So that's quite easy. So don't worry about. So just try to ignore that if you can. Oh no, there's only one. Wow, there's so many A's. Aces, have we got? We've got aced and aces. Minds think alike. It's not to do with being a great mind or a fools seldom differ. It's not. It's just minds. Human minds. Human minds think alike. Do you know what I mean? It's not like dace. Dace? What does dace mean? Dace? How do you? It's time for another learn a word with Bez. Dace. 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 A dace is a type of fish that lives in rivers and lakes. Huh. There you go. I have never heard of a dace. But there you go. Oh yeah, it should be dace is. Oh, we've already got that. Good work. Yes, we've got one more 5-letter word. Dance. There's no N. Seed. Cease. Is there? No, there's only one E. Oh, cedar. No, there's no R. Cades. I appreciate everyone just typing in thing. yeah, seeing if it works. Oh, so close. We were so close to the perfect thing. There's definitely a satisfaction when you actually manage to just clear a level entirely. But we still managed to skip 2, and we are up to level 11. I wonder, am I allowed to continue? Can I do that word? What happens if I type it? It works for me. There you go. Okay. Moon. I guess it probably works for Alex as well. Loam. Polly. Maybe the L is fake? No L. Noel, 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 Noel. Yep. Remember, no L. Ignore the L. Canopy. Nice word. Canopy. Nice word, Alex. Boom. Pam, pam, pa, pra, pop, Oh no, there might be a 5-letter word starting with an A or campy, copy. Nice. We've managed to finish the level, which is why we get a little bit more information. Yeah, we've got yeah. So I will get penny, yeah. Coney, like something that's a bit like conical. Is coney just another word for conical? Coney. Yeah, coney. Oh no. Coney is a rabbit or fur made from the skin of a rabbit. Huh. So something made. Oh, Lemaine. Nice. Capo. Oh my gosh. All these 5-letter words, and this is why, like, once you mopey, nice. Boom. Mayo, nice. All those last minute things, I'm appreciating it. And we're up to level 14. We are blitzing through this. But yeah, I think level 14 is where we start to get the hidden levels. But just a shout out to everyone, Alex, ML Thomas, M14 Real Seadrill, Chicken Seconds, Panic Games, Wolf, Nika Plays, Lemaine, and there's myself with like one word at the bottom. I'm actually curious. Oh yeah, give me a second. I am going to. And I will get up for a second and do bits of stretching. Alex, if you want, try typing !continue, and let's see if you can make it continue. I'm just curious to see how it works, because it worked for me, but I don't think it works for everyone, just maybe super mods. But yeah, continue. It definitely doesn't work for Dutch. Does it work for you, Alex? I assume, yeah, maybe Alex isn't in the chat anymore, but let me start it in that case. Okay, we've got, yep, this is where we've got the hidden letters. Nude, lean. So no U. I think that U is fake. Laundry. No U. Remember, no U. Where did I? No U and no U. Is this a word? Leaned? Oh no. So let me just try and things plan. lads? Would it be an S? Would it be yeah, what could the final thing be? Seal, teal, bale, lace, deal. No, we've got to D already. Lake. Okay, we're going to get it in a moment. H. Okay, heel. Oh man, if handle. Nice. Straight off the bat. Good work. And hand, yep. Hand, head. Yes, we have managed to complete that. Yeah, they really, that is brutal. And also, this game is so brutal for lag. If I were to make a third criticism, so far I've got 2 criticisms of this game. If I had a third one, just to lessen the impacts of lag, I would probably show all the stuff like 2 before it finishes rather than 1 before it finishes. But that was a really close level. And so, yeah, level 14, that's where 14 is the hidden, and 19 is hidden answers. Yeah, that's the problem. Like, if it were to kind of I was about to make a rude gesture, but I'm not gonna. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if you're kind of laggy, then I don't know, maybe you can try refreshing. I will actually is it worth me no, I've okay, I don't have anything that let me Alex, since you're here, Alex, can you try typing ! Continue? I really want to know if it works for you, Alex. Come on. Type ! Continue, Alex. Just for science. For science. See if it works. And this will be the last what's the word I'm looking for? Game. We'll see how far we can get. Nicholas can't do it. Is low latency mode on? No, I don't have. Let me check my settings. Broadcast quality. I cannot do. I don't know how to do low latency mode. Is that something that I need to check in the Twitch stream? I will check that in the back end another day. Okay. I guess Alex doesn't want us to continue, but I do. Wait. Waiter, nice. Okay, so that means that there's no F plus an R. There we go. So this is like, if we get someone who comes up, if we manage to work out the information like that, remember there's no F. So yeah, we've got wire, we've got all sorts of things. We've got, we've not had where yet. Yeah, it's like finding that information. It's all about working together to find that information. And then it becomes so much easier for everyone until you get to the 5 letters. 5 letters is just ridiculous. But tear, that's a good word. Weir. A weir is a low barrier built across the river. Oh my gosh. Wow. That was incredible. Alex, M14 Real, ML Thomas, Wolfnica Plays, Lamaine, Chicken Seconds, Panic Games. You're just like so amazing. Anyway, that is probably not a word I'm ever going to use. Weird, but yeah, from Collins English Dictionary, this definition seems to be like a good solid definition, and yeah, well done for everyone for knowing all these words. I'm just really super impressed. I am going to take just one moment to go to Twitch to see if there is some sort of cog that I can see, some sort of simple low latency modes. Edit. I can't see it straight away. I will maybe try and... No, it's weird. No, I understand where, but it was the other one. But yeah. Let me carry on. Continue. Okay. Oof. Level 18. 5 letters. Okay. Plum? No. Emblaze? There's no A. Bumble. Okay, that gives us information. B-U. There's a second B. So remember, there's a second B, and I believe there's no Z. So no Z plus a B. It's definitely a lot easier once there's when the hidden letter doesn't actually give you that extra much stuff. Dumbbell. Good words, Alex. Nice. Nice. Okay, we're definitely going to make this. I think I might need to have some sort bulb. No. For me, once it goes from the 4 letters to the 5 letters, I just struggle. Bulbed. Bulbed? Bulbed is a word? Bulbed, like if you put something in a bulb? Bulbed? Bulbed? What? Apparently, having a bulb or bulbs in American English is being bulbed. So your house is bulbed. Is that how you use it? Your house is bulbed? That's ridiculous. And thank you, as always, Collins English Dictionary. This is a very good, solid definition. Thank you for that, Collins English Dictionary. And thank you, Alex Lemaine, ML Thomas, Panic Games, Designer, Cardboard, Wolfnika Plays, and I didn't even get to look in. I had no idea what to do there. So, yeah, I just want to respect everyone. Oh my gosh, level 21. Okay, people, your light would be bulbed, not your house. Okay, interesting. Okay, people, this is where we get the hidden answers. So there is a fake letter. There's a hidden letter. We've got 5 letters minimum per word, and we've got hidden answers. So remember, people, yeah, this is going to be crazy, but can we do it? I'm just going to try and work out the information and make sure that I remind you of the stuff, but it's going to be, you know, up to you. It's up to you, because once it's like that 5th letter, it's just okay. For the record, my pronoun is she and they, but me. Bob the Builder, yes, we can. I like this positivity. Yes, we can. Yes, I like that. Okay, let's do it. 3, 2, 1, start. It's a word. Core. Is E maybe fake? Maybe E is fake? No, because there's 2 E's. Crep. And Emultolus, so that was reporter, which means that there's a T, and there's no MC. No C plus a T. So, whoops. Porter, why is that not showing up? And we had reports, we had roper. Oh my gosh, this is just what was that Alex had? Terror. Yeah, I know that the top one is reporter. You are just nailing it. Error. Retro. Yeah, now we actually get to see everything. Boom. It's like, yeah, this is proper. No, there's only one P. That's why that doesn't work. Yeah, I would have thought that perter would work as well. Ooh, no. No. But man, 63 out of 62. What was that one? Prote? What was that last? Hello, Anggia. Thank you for joining us. Lovely to have you. It was Perter. Wait, Perter. Oh, Perter did work. It was just that Alex was locked out before. Okay, yeah. Reminder to everyone that, yeah, if someone's locked out, yeah, then. But oh my gosh, yeah, this is ML Thomas, Aquasulus, Lemaine, M14 Real, and but respect to everyone, all of you who've managed to get us to this point. This is just incredible. Level 23. This is unbelievable. Alex, I keep asking you, will you please do ! Continue and see if it works? Or is it just that you don't want to have the... I just want to see if it works for you for science. Come on, Alex, please. Please, Alex. Please, Alex, will you type an ! Continue to see if it works? I know it works for me. I want to know if it will work for you. Exactly, for science. Come on, Alex. Please, Alex. Come on, Alex. Okay, while we're waiting for that, Alex has a bot doing words. No, yeah, you can't do it because you're not a moderator, but Alex is a moderator and has all the things, and I want to see if a moderator can do it. Unless, Maya, can you do it? Maya, let's see if you can do it, because Maya, I've modded you. Maya, you try doing it for science. Yeah. Okay. No, this Maya. Oh, that's probably what it is. Probably Alex has muted me, so Alex can't hear me. Alex, please type continue. Yeah, Alex is doing this while multitasking. So now, yeah, that's what's going on. Yeah, come on, Alex. Okay, apparently it doesn't work with Alex. Okay, apparently it only works for the streamer. Okay. Nope, snowman is not real. Snowman. Everyone's got on with snowman. What was that? Downcast. Okay, that was Lemaine who had downcast. Okay, all of those letters are real. So remember that DOWNCAST. So we've got a T, and we've got a down. No M plus a T. Yep. So there we go. That is what's going on with this letter. Good work, team. Okay. Toes. No. Yeah, got. Kamchow with ascots. Ascots, good word, ascots. Okay. We've got Dutch Yoda with tacos. Tacos, good word. And Lemaine, what did Lemaine have? Don't. ML Thomas with wands. And Lemaine with wants. Good word. Oof. Yeah, remember, it's downcast. And this is ridiculous. I agree. Oh my. Wow, this... Yeah, let me get rid of that. Coders, good word, coders. Can't, yeah, the thing you cannot do. Wow, 106. That was, wow, that was ridiculous. That was 23. That was a brilliant work, team. There's no way I'm going to be able to play again. I'm going to take a screenshot of this, and I am going to eat. And thank you to everyone who's been part of this. Thank you to Nicholas, Runa, Kamchow. Thank you for joining us. Real Seedroll. Thank you for joining us. Dutch Yoda, Designer Cardboards, Wolf Nika Plays. I came 7th in terms of contribution. Chicken Seconds, Panic Games, and right at the top is Alex, M14 Rio, Lemaine, and ML Thomas. Thank you so much, everyone. You were, yeah, so good. I am really super impressed. This is, yeah. Thank you. Good game, everyone. Good game. And yeah, thank you very much for following. This is where I do another quick recap, wrap up, where I do the second recap. And I want to, let me catch up. Is there anything with the chat? Yeah, you too. I'm not calling it an evening. I'm calling it a day. I'm calling it an afternoon. I'm calling it, yeah, exactly. And so to recap, game 1, we only got to level 1, and then game 2, we got to level 17, and game 3, we got to level 23, which is a new personal best. And so you are doing amazing, Designer Cardboard. Thank you for being here. As always, I'd like to say thank you very much, everyone. You are all bleeping amazing. You're all super, hyper, mega awesome. I want to just so much love, so much like, if only you could be here, like lots of cuddles, lots of like, you know, all the hugs, all the good times. And I hope that one day we will get to see each other, whether that's in London or somewhere in Europe or America or wherever we are. But maybe one day, you know, we'll get to have some great big gaming convention again, and we'll all get together for all the good times, for all the chat. Yeah, just, yeah, like all the love. Exactly, yeah. Stop on a high. I did already say that, but yeah. Thank you so much for everyone. And I want to say it's over to you. What are you up to? You can share anything you want to. So let me know. Now that the streaming's about to finish, I am going to rate someone else, but what are you up to? Is there something you want to eat? I am personally going to go to the loo in a wee bit. I know that might be too much information, but I am going to go after I finish streaming. And then I am going to maybe eat something, maybe chat to Chris, maybe I am definitely going to write the descriptions for my streams for the next week and then get Chris to make the schedule thingamajiggy and yeah, do a wee bit of writing about my book that's all about board game design. And so, yeah, doing a loading gift, that sounds like good fun. I hope that you do a great job. Is that for your website? Is that for some sort of digital app? But yeah, what's everyone else doing? Have you all got any meals lined up or anything? And as for me, what am I streaming? I stream at 10 a.m. UK time every day. Tomorrow, as you know, it is Thursday. Tomorrow, it's a very special day. It is going to be all about meeting Bez and slightly different episode than normal. The day after it is Friendly Friday Forum. Friendly Friday Forum on a Friday. It's always chaotic shenanigans. It always starts at 10 a.m. every day, all of these days, 10 a.m. UK time. And that's chaotic shenanigans. Good time. Anyway, so Saturday is even more chaotic shenanigans. And when it's chaotic shenanigans, with your exclamation mark, you get to type do task, or what's the other one? Add task, and I do some things from here, which might be songs. And even though I've chosen not to go affiliates, there is a shop where you can get me to sing songs about you or games or whatever. You know what? I might do a bit of songwriting on Saturday because I've got to do a bit of songwriting. I'm going to be reviewing some comics on Sunday. I will actually Bez reviews comics. There we go. Change the name. Monday I will be meeting David, who's for Chits and Giggles. Tuesday I'll be discussing developments in board games with Rita Allen and Matthew Dunstan, and then playing Nano Muckle and Micro Muckle in the evening. Wednesday we'll be doing some solo game making. So I will be just on my own doing some game making, and I'll be working on some games, maybe inventing some new roll and writes. I've been quite inspired by that Beluga Bliss Games to maybe try and make a roll and writes. I've been pondering it, and I'm going to try and make some things that you can play along with or not, and so will be given away for free. And that takes me to my next week. And so thank you so much. Work and work. Maya's working on someone's app. Designer Cardboard's been working on a game, but will be hitting the hay shortly. Thank you for following, and yep, share, spread the words. Feel free to tell other people about this. I am going to raid. So if so, exclamation mark raid. Let me go on to Twitch. See who is streaming. Which of our friends are streaming. So we've got Marky Mark. Is Marky Mark doing a lot more? Yeah, we've not raided Marky Mark for a few bits. Shall we raid Mark? Oh, actually, you know what? I've not raided Amadeus in ages. Let's raid Amadeus because I'm going to go for Amadeus music. And Amadeus music, you are allowed to just copy paste all or parts of that raid message. And that brings me to the very end of the show. So again, once more, so much love. Appreciate you all. And for now, this is the end of the stream. And so, bye, 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 bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye, 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 bye. And now it's time to go. Bye, 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 bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye, 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 bye. And now it's time to go. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everyone. Have a lovely day. Enjoy Amadeus. It's kind of amazing piano and music. And check me out on the things if you want. Check out my Discord if you want. You know what? Like, bye, 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 bye. This song will continue. Bye, 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 bye for 5 more seconds for you. Bye, 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 bye. Now it's really the end. And bye, 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 bye. Bye, bye, everybody, my friends. Bye, 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 bye. Bye-bye. Bye. 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 Okay. That's it.